All right, we should be at 7:10. Yep. So you have. And we welcome you to Shady Spring High School. Tonight, Video Productions presents exciting high school football. It's the 1-0 Nicholas County Grizzlies taking on the 1-0 Shady Spring Tigers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry, along with Eric Thomas. Chris Farish is on stats, and Andrew Boland will be producing the game tonight. And, Eric, if tonight's game is anything like the previous three, we're in for a thrill tonight. In 2018, 19, and last year, this series between Shady and Nicholas County has went down to the final play to see who's going to win the game. Yeah,
and I expect nothing less than that tonight again, Maris. The one thing the Nicholas County Grizzlies will have to do, though, is find some continuity at quarterback. The last 3 years they had their starter, was consistent, and he graduated, and he was a big part of their offense. So I want to see how they react tonight.
Well, as we always talk about in football, you can't win them all until you win the first win, and both of these teams won their first game last week. Shady, the home team here tonight, got a big victory as they shut out Tug Valley 42-0. Now, they led only 16-0 at the half, and they poured it on, as I mentioned, to win 42-0. And they had some guys that really stood out in that game, like Cameron Mans, the Shady quarterback, Eric. He threw for 115 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he ran for a score.
And the thing you like about Cameron Mans, I think I've told you this before, he's good at anything that ends with ball. I mean, he's good in baseball, basketball, and football. He's really getting a chance to show his talents at the QB position.
Wide receiver Tyler Mackey for Shady hauled in one of those 2 touchdowns, and the man that did the carrying on the ground was James Sellers. He had 85 yards and a score.
Yeah, I got a chance to read an article on Coach Colacerto, and he said one thing. He said that Sellers kid can run, and that just means he's just straight downhill, in between the tackles, and he gets what the defense gives him.
Now, that's all the positive things for Shady, but there was one real big negative in last week's game for Shady, and that is the loss, the torn ACL of one Brady Green. And Brady, if you're out there watching, or Mike, Brady's father, if you're out there watching, we just want to say I hope you can recover soon and get back at it. It's just a tough situation, but you got to remain positive, and just a tough break for the kid.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for this team as well, because Brady was going to line up. You could be able to split out Cameron at wide out. Brady lined up at tight end. I mean, he's just a real versatile part of the offense. And we saw in the offseason, I mean, they used him at quarterback, H-back, tight end. So that's going to be a big loss for the Shady Tigers.
That's right. A guy that you can play at multiple positions. On the flip side, you take a look at Nicholas County. Their veteran coach, Gene Morris, they got a 27-25 victory over Oak Hill. They had to stop a 2-point conversion with about 5 minutes to go. And when you take a look at last week, some of the numbers they had, Dawson Brown, he threw only 4 passes. He completed 3, 2 of them for touchdowns. That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's not the quantity, it's the quality of the possession. And Dawson Brown, he is the guy that is making a move a little bit. But I know that they use Bryson Morrison a little bit, in the scrimmages. So look for them to platoon those two back and forth.
Speaking of Bryson Morrison, he came off the bench last week to have 6 carries, 71 yards, and a score. But their main guy on the ground last week was Caleb Clark, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, 22 carries, $143, and a score in the win against Oak Hill.
And that was a tough defense he played in Oak Hill. And to come back on the road at AAA Oak Hill Red Devils now, so that's a good quality win for the Nicholas County Grizzlies.
Both teams well coached. They have veteran coach, and I've known the Colacerto family my entire life, and I sit down with Shady Spring coach Vince Colacerto on Tuesday. I did not realize this is his 17th year as the head coach of the Shady Tigers.
And that's astounding and amazing. But on the flip side, Coach Gene Morris has been at Nicholas County for 24 years. So there's not, as far as coaching, there's no real advantage there. There's not much either coach hasn't seen over the years.
Well, we think we're in for a great one. Sit back and enjoy. We'll take our first commercial break. We'll come back as our pregame rolls on as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to Shady Spring High School. We're about 8 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game between Shady and Nicholas County. For the opening offensive starters for the Nicholas County Grizzlies, here's Eric.
Okay, Maris, Nicholas County will line up like this. At the center position, they will go with Roman Milam. He's the 6'1", 275-pound junior. At the two guard positions, you'll have Bryson Phipps, a senior, 6 foot 270, and Austin Altazer, 6'2", 245-pound junior. And the two anchors at each tackle position is Josh Cunningham, 5'9", 225-pound junior, and Levi Helms, 6'2", 275-pound junior. Oh, and at the quarterback position, as we talked about, it'll be Dawson Brown, 6'3", 160-pound junior. At the two running back positions will be Caleb Clark, 5'10", 180-pound junior, and 6'1", 160-pound Alex Pritt, a junior. And the two wideouts will be Wes Hill, who will line up at quarterback some too tonight, Mayor. So they'll do a little wildcat with him. He's 5'9", 170-pound junior, and Jackson Morrison, a 6 foot, 155-pound junior.
All right, Eric, for Shady, they'll go this way. The center will be Ben Meyer, 6'1", 250, and a junior. The guards are Aiden Seabolt, 5'8", 165, and a senior, and Phoenix Snuffer, a 6 foot, 200-pound senior. The tackles are Alex Redden, 5'10", 285, and a senior, and Trey Bigley, a 5'10", 265-pound senior. The tight end will be Will Harmon, 5'9", 170, the junior. Wide receiver is Jacob Showalter, 5'7", 140, and a senior. The running backs are Caleb Whitaker, 5'10", 195, and a senior. The slot will be Tyler Mackey, who caught a touchdown last week, 5'9", 175, and a junior. The quarterback, Cameron Mann, 6'4", 215, and a junior. Passed for 115 yards, 2 scores last week. And it'll be James Sellers, a 6'1", 210-pound junior who rushed for 85 yards and a score last week. Go ahead and take a break. Get you ready for the kickoff at the bottom of the hour. You're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football on Video Productions.
Sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Both teams have made their way onto the field. It's going to be a gorgeous night. We'll have the toss of the coin in a minute. We'll take our final pregame break. We'll come back and Eric will give you the Beckley Auto Mall keys to the first half when we return as you're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall at West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School. It's 1-0 Nicholas County against 1-0 Shady. The keys to the first half, and the keys to the first half are brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall. Go see Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, or John Fornash. They'll take excellent care of you and get you the keys to the vehicle of your choice. So, Eric, for the keys to the first half, you got it.
Okay, for the Nicholas County Grizzlies, I think it's imperative. You gave a stat early on that they only threw the ball 4 times, but to complete 2 of them for touchdowns, you need to establish the run. So I think it's the kids up front. They really need to establish a run game so they can hit the big plays over top. And for Shady, I think it relies on the defensive side on Pinardo, the linebacker for Shady. He led the state in tackles last year. There's at 17 per game. Had a career high of 38 against Pikeview. So look for him to make a lot of tackles in the running game for the Shady defense.
As you can see on your screen, Shady here on the near side, the home team, will be wearing the dark blue uniforms, and that gold helmet has got the Cincinnati Bengal logo, if you're familiar with the NFL Cincinnati Bengals. And, of course, across the way, you can see there's no one in the stands behind the Nicholas County bench because they're still doing repairs to the stadium and people are not allowed to sit there. But the crowd we do have, Eric, below us, we got a nice crowd. Nicholas County won the toss. They deferred, so Shady will get the ball first. Shady will work right to left, and we're moments away from getting the game underway.
Well, that's a little surprising, but sometimes on the road you may want to put your most comfortable unit, and Coach Morris has a lot of returners on the defensive side of the ball, so maybe if they can get a stop, get some early momentum.
Going back deep on the far side for Shady will be Tyler Mackey. He's over on the far side 20. And over here on the near side, Jacob Showalter, as they'll tee it up right smack in the middle of the field on the 40-yard line. And we are moments away from getting this game underway between 1-0 Nicholas County and 1-0 Shady. We are all set, and we've got it teed up. There's the whistle, and we are underway. Here's the kick right down the middle of the field, and it's a good kick, and it'll go back into the end zone for a touchback. So it's a good kick, and Shady will start working right to left. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
So 80 yards to pay dirt for the Shady Spring Tigers, and let's see if the Nicholas County Grizzlies, they must think that this is their best chance, put their best team on the field and get the defense going.
So Cameron Mans will start it out at quarterback. He's got James Sellers in the backfield. Shady will huddle up, as you can see there on your TV screen, working right to left. 1st and 10 Shady on their own 20-yard line. They'll work out of the shotgun. Mans will have 2 running backs, one to the right, one to the left. They got receivers to each side. It's going to be a running play up the middle. Not much cooking there as Nicholas County's to the task, and it may not even get back to the line of scrimmage. You're very fortunate to get to the line of scrimmage.
And that was Caleb Clark, the do-everything linebacker, running back, making a stop, pivotal stop. So that will be a stop for no gain, Maris.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Shady on their own 20-yard line. Glad you're with us here tonight on Video Productions. What a beautiful night it is here at H.B. Thomas Field in Shady. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers on their own 20. They'll work out of the shotgun again. 10 twin receivers each side. Here's the snap. Mans back in the pocket. Pressure comes. Steps up, and the ball is incomplete. And what caused the incompletion there was the pressure.
Good pressure up on the inside. They ran a little blitz. That was Alex Pritt, number 4, putting pressure on Mans and getting the ball out of his hands quick.
So 3rd and 10 for Shady. First possession of the game. They have the ball on their own 20-yard line. As you're watching, they're working right to left. Wearing the navy blue uniforms. The gold helmet look like the Cincinnati Bengals logo. 3rd and 10. They'll work with twin receivers to each side of the field. A lone setback. Mans out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Here comes the blitz off the edge. They force him out of the pocket. Mans in trouble. He's getting to the edge. He makes a throw and couldn't make the connection. And once again, the pressure of Nicholas County, they brought heat, and they'll force a 3 and out.
Well, I think Nicholas County's game plan from Coach Morris is to put a lot of pressure. Don't let Mans get comfortable, in the pocket and forcing them out. And that was a good defensive series there.
Well, in 3 plays, Shady doesn't even gain a yard. So the drive ends right where it starts on the 20. It'll be 4th down, and Nicholas County should get pretty good field position as Wes Hill will go back about midfield waiting on the punt from Mans.
And Wes Hill, he's a dangerous little running wide receiver. Last week, I think you referred to, he caught a touchdown pass against the Oak Hill Red Devils.
And Adair is also back. Here comes the snap. There's the punt from Mans. It's going to be Adair. He'll take the ball in his own 49, cross midfield into Shady territory. An excellent field position for the Grizzlies. Their defense done the job as they force a 3 and out. And now they take over with great field position, a 1st down at the Shady 49-yard line.
Yeah, you couldn't draw it up any better, being on the road in a tough environment. And let's see if they can get anything going, the Nicholas County Grizzlies offensively.
Actually, they're going to put the ball actually closer to the 48, so we'll call that the 48-yard line. So excellent field position for Nicholas County. 1st and 10 on the Shady 48-yard line, and Dawson Brown will bring them out of the huddle. They have twin receivers here to the bottom of your screen to the near side. They'll work out of the shotgun.
No, actually, Maris, I think that's Wes Hill running the Wildcat.
And they'll hand it off to the left side. And you're right, it is Wes Hill.
And that
but they handed the ball off
to Caleb Clark.
Right.
So Coach Moore said that they would have an ever-evolving, changing offense. So I guess he's going to put his best players in position to make plays.
That's a 1-yard gain to the 47. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Nicholas County. So once again, they'll work out of, I guess you can call it the Wildcat or the name of your team, the Grizzly. And it's a 2nd and 9 for Nicholas County. And it's just a straight run right up the middle, crosses the 45, takes a big hit. Will get the ball down to the Shady 44, maybe the 43. Got a nice spot. And they'll mark it at the 43-yard line, bringing up 3rd and very manageable.
Well, this is probably maybe 2-down territory because they're really trying to establish the run, as I gave it that as one of my keys to the first half. I think they really believe in that offensive line unit.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for Nicholas County. 9:55 remaining first quarter. Nicholas County on the move. Put a man in motion, got a couple men in motion. They send the power to the left side of the line. On 3rd and 5, it's going to be a handoff. Here's the run. That's going to be a first down inside the 35 and more. And that was a nice play at that time by Caleb Clark. He rushed for 143 yards last week, and he moves the chains inside the 35 down to the Shady 34-yard line.
And Mayor, so that's football 101. Like you said, they move the strength to the short side of the field. It's a hat-on-hat. It's too many. It's more numbers to block, and that was a great run by Caleb.
So a new set of downs for the Grizzlies at the Shady 34 with a 1st and 10. They have twin receivers to the bottom of your screen. Once again, they'll come heavy here to the near side and try to out-man Shady with more blockers. Here's going to be a handoff up inside. That'll move the pile down to about the 30-yard line. So that's Clark again. And it's going to be a nice gain on first down. That'll move the pile to the 30-yard line to pick up 4.
And this is a good offensive scheme. If you're going to run the ball, they're not running out of the same alignment, Maris. They're making the linebackers for Shady either shift or fill different gaps.
Yeah, trying to get the advantage by having the extra blockers. And it'll be a 2nd and 6 coming up for Nicholas County. They have the ball at the Shady 30. 8:45 remaining opening quarter. Shady got the ball, went 3 and out. This is Nicholas County's first possession. They'll work out of the gun. Twin receivers here to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap. Just going to be a straight run. He's going to get to the edge. And not really a big gain. Looked like it might go for a bigger gain. And Shady comes up to make the play, as that was Wes Hill with the direct snap.
And that was a great play by the cornerback for Shady, Jacob Sherwalter. He played it like you should. He came inside out, forced the running back to the outside, and had help on the tackle.
So it is actually a nice little gain, and it's going to be 3rd and short. They put the ball at the 26-yard line, so they're going to need 2 yards. So I would think, no question, Eric, that Nicholas County will think about 2 downs in order to pick up these 2 yards.
Yeah, and this time they go with twin receivers.
So they'll work out of the gun once again on 3rd and short. Here's a direct snap. They'll hand the ball to Clark up inside. He'll get the first down. He's inside the 25-yard line. He had to get to the 24. He's right at the marker. And it's going to be very close, and they're going to say he's just a little bit short.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th and inches for Nicholas County.
But this is, Maris, it's whether that was a right foot spot or a left foot spot. But here's where it gets a little tricky. I've never agreed with running out of the shotgun or out of the spread when there's like an inch to get. So we'll see if they'll run up and get under center here.
So they'll need really, you're right, about 6 inches. And they're going to run. They're going to have a receiver to the top of the screen and one here to the bottom of the screen. They'll run out of the shotgun. They need about 6 inches on 4th down. They got to get to the 24. Here's a handoff. Clark's got the first down. He's got more, and he's inside the 20-yard line, and he'll move the chains as he gets down to the Shady 18.
And that was just a little outside zone read. The linebackers hit the A and the B gaps, and the running back took it outside. Great read by the running back to get the first down.
Well, this drive started back at the Shady 48. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Everything's been on the ground, and Nicholas County's doing a good job of eating the clock. We're at 6:50 for the opening quarter, and Nicholas County has a first down at the Shady 18. Once again, now they'll run out of the shotgun. Here's a snap, direct snap to Hill up inside as he had an empty backfield, and he'll get the ball down to the 15. He'll pick up 3. So Wes Hill, the 5'11", 170-pound junior, with a nice gain on first down.
And right now the Shady Spring defense is getting a heavy dose of Caleb Clark and Wes Hill, and I think they've touched the ball every play in this opening drive.
And I think if you're Nicholas County, you will continue to do what works. Shady's not been able to slow them down.
And this is doing it. It's keeping the score low and keeping it, manageable down a distance.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 at the 15. They'll work out of the gun. Here's a snap, direct snap. It comes to the right side, which is Hill. He's inside the 5, and that should be enough for a first down, and it will be. It'll be 1st and goal for the Grizzlies as they're trying to get their growl on, as this will be the 10th play of the drive, and they'll have a 1st and goal at the Shady 4-yard line.
Well, you can bet your bottom dollar in the next 2 plays, either 21, which is Wes Hill, or 10, Caleb Clark, going to touch the ball.
Well, they've done all the damage. Twin receivers to the far side at the top of the screen, and they'll run empty with the quarterback. Here's the snap, direct snap to him, and he fights his way down near the goal line. I don't think he's quite in as that snap went to Caleb Clark, and they'll put him down right at the goal line.
Well, you can't say enough about this Nicholas County offensive scheme, Maris. They've run, 3 wideouts, one quarterback. Wes Hill has been a quarterback. Caleb Clark has been the quarterback or split out. They're really keeping the Shady defense on its heels.
Yeah, they've spread Shady out, and they ran between the tackles, and they've been very effective at it. It'll be 2nd and goal as they'll run out of the gun with Caleb Clark back there. It'll be an empty backfield right at the goal line on 2nd and goal. Here's the snap, and it'll be Clark trying to get in, and Shady slams the door on him and puts him short of the goal line. That was a nice defensive play. A host of Tigers in on the play.
Yeah, that was led by Caleb Whitaker. Outside linebacker came crashing in, and that's what you need to do. You need to sell out, on the goal line.
So that might even cost them a yard maybe. Actually, they were right on the goal line. They're back to the 1. They need a full yard on this 3rd down play as the clock continues to wind. 4:45 and counting here in the first quarter. So 3rd and goal. And sometimes you think, I'm with you, Eric, maybe instead of just running out of the gun, just get right over center and try to plow your way in. So Clark will have the empty backfield. He waits on the shotgun snap. He gets it, tries to take it to the left side, gets behind his blockers, and gets into the end zone for a Nicholas County touchdown. That was a very impressive drive. 12 plays, 48 yards, all on the ground, and Nicholas County's on the board leading 6-0.
Yeah, a very impressive drive, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered for Nicholas County Grizzlies. Coming here on the road, they get the ball after halftime, so they're thinking – go all out and get an early lead and put the pressure on the Shady Spring offense.
It looks like they're going to go for 2. They've had such success in running the ball. Why not go for 2? As they'll go for the 2-point conversion from the 2-yard line. So a nice 12-play, 48-yard drive with a 1-yard run by Clark, and now we'll set up for the 2-point conversion. They have Hill back in there now with Clark to his left. They snap the ball to Hill. He follows his leading blockers, and he gets into the end zone. I believe he is in, waiting for a signal. I don't see a signal yet, and they say, no, he's short. Yeah, so they do get the touchdown, but they don't get the 2-point conversion. And with 4:25 remaining here in the first quarter, Nicholas County's in front, 6-0. That was very impressive, Eric. You look, that was everything on the ground, a 12-play, 48-yard drive. And, we talked about it before. That's how you draw it up. You kick off. Your defense does the job, 3 and out. You force a punt. You start on your opponent's half of the field on the 48. You chew up clock. 12 plays later, all on the ground, you're in the end zone.
And anytime you can get 4 yards per carry, and starting at just over midfield, dictated the type of offense they were going to call. You had nothing to lose. No need to pass, and they just shoved it down the Shady Tigers' defensive throat.
So 6-0 is the score. Throughout the night, we'll keep you up on other games going on. And, of course, Eric, a game not too far from here down in Mercer County, a big game, Bluefield in Princeton. Of course, Bluefield didn't get to play their big game with Graham last week because of COVID, but that game is going to be made up on October the 8th, I'm told, so they will make up that Bluefield-Graham game. But tonight, it's 1-0 Princeton against Bluefield, and then, of course, we'll keep you up on other games going on around the region. You may have some scores.
Yeah, I have some scores right now. Martinsburg up in the Panhandle is up 21-7 in the second quarter on Musselman, and in the first period, Greenbrier East 7, Woodrow Wilson nothing, and Willing Park 7, Steubenville Ohio 0.
Here's the ensuing kickoff. Nicholas County leading 6-0. This will be returned across the 15 on the near side. Here's Mans, crosses the 30, up over the 35, takes it to the far side. He's got some running room up over the 40. Great return up over the 45 and almost near midfield. And that was a tremendous kickoff return. Excuse me, that was Tyler Mackey. Tyler Mackey, the 5'9", 170-pound junior, on it. A great return, and Shady will be in business as they'll have the ball over the 45. They'll put it down at the 47-yard line.
And let's see if this field position will open the playbook up a little more for the Shady Tigers.
So this will be Shady's second possession. Their first possession, they went 3 and out. They'll start this time on their own 47-yard line. Nicholas County leads, as you can see on the screen, 6-0, 4:12 for the opening quarter. Mans will run out of the gun, takes the shotgun snap, steps in the pocket, pumps. Now he rolls to the far side. He looks, he's got time. Now he's in trouble, throws across the middle, and it short hops, and it's incomplete. And, Mans had a lot of time, but there was just nobody open downfield.
Yeah, that's great coverage down in the defensive backfield for Nicholas County. I'll say Mans had 7 to 8 seconds to get the play off, and there's a little laundry on the field. Had to be maybe a hold somewhere.
A hold or perhaps an illegal man downfield. We're waiting for the call. It's going to be a hold, as you mentioned. The holding penalty will go against Shady. They'll I'm sure they'll take them back and make it first down and long as opposed to accepting the play. But you look at Shady, in 4 plays, they're minus 10 yards of offense. The first drive was 0 yards, and now with a holding penalty, the ball goes back to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, right now the offense just doesn't look in sync. A lot of time left in the game, but they need to get something positive going on this possession.
So it'll be 1st and 21 with the penalty, and Mans will work out of the shotgun with a receiver to the far side, one to the near side. They'll run the ball up inside, and that's not going to go anywhere as Nicholas County's all over that. As getting the ball for Shady that time is Sellers, and Nicholas County was like nothing doing, and they shut the play down.
Yeah, Nicholas County is all over the run game right now. And your in-game scoreboard, Maris, I have a couple of scores for you. Princeton in the first quarter leading Bluefield 7-6.
So that play is going to actually lose a yard and go back to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be second. They've got to get the ball down to the Nicholas County 42. That's the line to make. So it's 2nd and long here with twin receivers to both sides. Now they put a man in motion. That's Mackey. They're going to get the ball to him here on the near side. Mackey crosses the 35, and he's dragged down for a minimal gain. He didn't quite get the 40, and that's really good defense by Nicholas County, about a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Nicholas County is doing a great job of pursuit, keeping everything in front of them, and not overplaying those outside runs.
So the ball on their own 38 for Shady. 3rd down, as I mentioned, they got to cross the Nicholas County 45. They got to get to the Nicholas County 43. So this is definitely not a position that any team wants to be in on 3rd and long here. Is they'll have twin receivers here to the near side, and Mans will work out of the gun. Gets the shotgun snap. Here comes the pressure. They'll set up a screen. They've got the screen to Sellers, and he's met and goes just a couple yards to the 40. And Nicholas County's defense for the 2nd straight time, Eric, a 3 and out.
Yeah, that was great defensive series right there. Alex Pritt really got away from the pulling lineman for the Shady Spring and got up in the chest of the running back and took him down.
So we're 2:20 and counting here in the opening quarter, and Shady's had the ball twice, and each time 3 and out. That time they were really hurt by a penalty. Nicholas County scored on their first possession, a 12-play, 48-yard drive, and they lead in the ball game 6-0. It'll be 4th down, punting time for Shady. His man's on his own 30-yard line waiting to snap. Here's the kick. That's a nice punt, driving back for Nicholas County, and there's a missed tackle. Ball up over the 30, and now the ball is fumbled. And it's still loose, and I think Nicholas County is on it. And back there, that was Wes Hill. He fumbled the ball, but Nicholas County gets on it.
Yeah, I think Wes fumbled it and was able to get on it. Very rarely do you see the person that fumbles the ball get back on it, Maris. Could have been a costly mistake, but they lived to play another offensive down.
And they'll get the ball, and let's see where the officials will put it down at the 24-yard line. So that's where Nicholas County will start this possession from their own 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Nicholas County leading, and their last drive was all on the ground, 12 plays. And they got a heavy dose of both Clark and, speaking of Clark, they've got another running back in there as they hand the ball, and it's another good run on 1st down.
I didn't quite see the number. They're platooning really well.
Yeah.
This was
Jackson Morrison.
Yeah, Jackson Morrison is into the game.
Morrison came in last week and rushed 6 times for 71 yards and a score, and that's a nice gain on 1st down out to the 30-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 4 for Nicholas County.
And if you're Nicholas County, you love keeping the Shady Spring defense on the field because the big guys up front will get winded with these long, sustained 12, 13-play drives.
Here's the handoff. They'll get the ball up inside. That'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Once again, this is a different running back. This is Colin Browning, 5'7", 155-pound sophomore, sneaking in the game and picking up a good 1st down for Nicholas County.
Nice run out to the 39-yard line and a new set of downs for Nicholas County. But they're chewing up yardage on the ground and chewing up that clock.
And up front is where it's happening right now. They're really controlling the line of scrimmage and getting a great push on every possession.
So it'll be 1st down again as Brown will bring them out of the huddle, the quarterback. have a receiver to each side, have a running back to his left. Here's the shotgun snap. Here's the handoff. This is Clark. He gets up over the 40, takes a big hit, and gets about 2 or 3 yards as that's Caleb Clark out to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, good job. That's the second big play and big hit that Caleb Clark has had. The thing is, it's 5 yards down the field, so they need a little more to be a little more aggressive on the defensive front.
So Nicholas County being very methodic, and they have executed it well. They've been able to run the ball and been able to gain chunks of yardage. Probably the last play of the first quarter, as here's the snap. It's going to be an inside handoff. They've got a new player into the game. He's over the 45, and they keep running new guys into this Alex Pritt. And Pritt will take the ball over the 45 to the 47, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Your score at the end of 1 is Nicholas County 6, Shady nothing. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Sell your vehicle. Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, 6-0 the lead for Nicholas County. Nicholas County was very dominant. Nicholas County ran 17 plays, and they did get a touchdown. Shady had 3 offensive plays and 2 punts. And as we get ready to go to the second quarter, you have some scores.
Yeah, right now at the end of 1, West Side's getting taken out to the woodshed by Oak Hill Red Devils, 28-0. Hurricane is down 7-0 against Huntington.
And we'll keep you up to date with scores. Also, there's a college game going on tonight. Virginia Tech, the last time we checked, they were in front of North Carolina 7-0. We start the second quarter. We switch ends. Nicholas County will be working right to left, and they will have a 3rd down and about 2, perhaps 3. They have the ball on their own 47-yard line. They're running what they call, looks like a bunch formation to the right, and they'll hand the ball up to Clark, and he will move the pile. Looks like he's going to have enough for a 1st down right out to midfield.
And with that gain right there, Clark had West Hill had 48 yards in the first quarter, and Clark was right behind him with 26, so that puts him, in the 30-yard range right now. So right now they've already gotten amassed 70-plus yards on the ground.
Yeah, that's 5 first downs. Like I said, they ran 12 plays on their opening drive. This will be the 6th play of this drive. So in 17 plays, they've got 5 first downs and a touchdown, and they have a 1st and 10 right at midfield. They'll run the ball again. Here's Clark. He's got a little seam. He's got 5 balls out. Shady's got it. They turned it over, and that's really the only thing that has stopped Nicholas County is they beat themselves, and what a big break. Shady perhaps can switch the momentum as they get the turnover.
And that's just what the doctor ordered for that Shady defense. For one, it gets them off the field. A bunch of guys are going both ways for both of these teams, but it was really wearing on the line, on the defensive line of Shady being out there for that many snaps.
Well, I think that's a great point because Nicholas County was doing a great job up front, knocking Shady off the ball and having their way with them, and Shady able to get a turnover, and they'll have excellent field position. They have the ball on their own 45-yard line with the 1st down. Here's the shotgun snap back. Here's Mans with time, looks, throws down the field, perhaps going to be intercepted, and it is. No flag. I thought there was a little holding. There is a flag. I think that's going to come back as it's a nice return. The defender for Nicholas County inside the 30 down to the 20, but I thought it was a hold on Nicholas County, and that will keep the drive alive for Shady.
Yeah, as the ball was in there, I totally agree with you, Maris. It was definitely interference. And the thing was, the ball was overthrown, and so many times you see it in college and even in the pro, you just think you're beat and you wind up grabbing, and that was a clear overthrown pass by Mans that time.
Now, it'll depend. If they call pass interference, it's 15 yards. If they call holding, it's 10 yards. So we'll have to wait and see. But clearly, and maybe if we can get a replay on that, and we can see as we watch the little general replay, and you're right, Eric, you see the ball see the end of the replay well overthrown. But that's because the The wide receiver had his progress impeded by the hold by Nicholas County.
And if you look at the Nicholas County rush, Maris, I think I see what they're doing. They have someone probably spying Mans a little bit, trying to keep him in the pocket, trying to make him a pocket passer to take away a little of his athleticism.
So let's see where they'll take the ball from the penalty. It will be 15 yards and pass interference, and it will move the ball down to the Nicholas County 40-yard line. So on the pass interference, Shady will have a new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the Nicholas County 40-yard line. Trips here to the near side. Here's a handoff up the middle. That's a nice run. That'll go for about 5 yards.
And that's Bryson Bernardo right there,
yeah.
the linebacker for on defense, the star linebacker, and he's a straight-ahead downhill runner, Maris. And you know what? It's funny how just the momentum shifted on 2 bad Nicholas County plays.
Yeah, the turnover and then the penalty. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Shady. They have the ball at the Nicholas County 35. We're in the second quarter. 10.5 to go till halftime. 6-0 is the Nicholas County lead. Shady will run. Twin receivers to each side. They'll work out of the gun with Mans. Mans gets the snap, takes it himself, tries to cut up inside, gets a couple of yards. He gets near a first down, but he's not going to quite get there. He's got to get to the 30. They'll put him down, looks to be about the 32-yard line. So it'll bring 3rd and 2 for Shady.
And after the turnover and the pass interference, this is actually the first positive yards that the Shady Spring Tigers offense has been able to amass.
And Cameron Mans is a load, 6'4", 215, and a junior. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and 2, clearly 2 downs to pick up these 2 yards as they'll work out of the gun with twin receivers to each side. So Mans out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. It's an inside handoff. That's going to move the pile, and that's going to be a first down inside the 30. Once again, the guy you're talking about that played on the defensive side, Pinardo, just able to push his nose and pound right up inside to get that first down.
And I see they're switching the style of runners right now because Nicholas County is very big up front in the middle of that defense. So they are just trying to pound it straight at the defense.
Yep, pound and ground, or ground and pound, however you want to look at it, and it'll be a first down at the 28-yard line of Nicholas County. They'll run trips here to the near side. Mans takes the snap. Got in the pocket, got time, going deep, got a man open. It's caught, touchdown! What a beautiful throw by Cameron Mans up 28 yards. And I believe that was Mackey. He beat his man down the far side, and the ball was dropped right in there.
And it was a great route by Mackey. If we can see here on the replay, he had the corner out there on the island. He gave him an inside look and just blazed past him and a great throw, pitch and catch by Mans.
What a great throw that was by Cameron Mans. He just dropped it in the bucket. And Shady, as you mentioned, the momentum switched. The turnover and had a penalty on Nicholas County. And Shady trying to take the lead as Shady goes 55 yards in 4 plays. For the PAT. And let's see if Nicholas County jumped off sides. So let's see if they are offside, so let's see if that will change what Shady will want to do. They'll move it up. Let's see if they'll elect to go for 2, if they'll still want to kick it.
Now, I think as tough sledding as it has been in the middle of that defense, I think you just try to kick the extra point here.
And it looks like that's what Shady's going to do. Is that was a beautiful touchdown throw from Cameron Mans to Tyler Mackey. Mans to Mackey for 28 yards. And the game tied at 6. Here's the extra point for the lead. And it is banged. No, it's
good.
Wide. So the score will remain tied. So with 9:25 remaining here in the first half, we've got a tight game, 6-6. And as we talked on top, the last 3 years, Eric, it's come down to the final play.
Hey, it's shaping up to be exactly what the last 3 years have provided, a great, exciting game for the fans. I'm sure the coaches don't like this. You know, they want to decide it early and quick. But right now, while we're waiting on the kick, we got some single-A scores here, local single-A scores. Midland Trail 7, Tosia 0, and big battle down in Summers County. The Greenbrier West Cavaliers making the trip down to Summers County. They're up 6-0 in the second quarter.
So we're tied at 6. And, of course, Nicholas County had all the momentum, and they fumbled the ball, and Shady takes over on their own 45-yard line. Shady throws a pick, but you have a penalty on Nicholas County that sets Shady up in business. And then Shady able to strike a beautiful 28-yard touchdown pass from Mans to Mackey. The PAT is no good, but we got a game, and we're even at 6 with 9:25 left in the first half.
Yeah, if you're Nicholas County, you still just have to go back to, you know, your recipe that you've used for a quarter and a half, go back to, keeping Shady off balance with your formations and giving them a little bit of West Hill and a lot of Caleb Clark or vice versa.
Right. Well, in 18 plays, Nicholas County's all on the ground. They've yet to attempt to pass, and they've had success. They just hurt themselves by turning the ball over. So we're tied at 6. Here comes the ensuing kickoff as Shady has it teed up. And get ready to kick it off will be Will Harmon, and he'll boot it. This will be a short kick. It will be taken inside the 15. Nice return here. Back up over the 30 and out to about the 33-yard line.
And I think that was Alex Pritt there. And he had a little more green grass to the left, and he slipped on the turf right there. So, but look for Nicholas County to come out and dance with the one that brought him right here and run straight at the Shady defense.
They'll put him down at the 32-yard line. So this will be the third time on offense, and that's where Nicholas County will start this drive. On the 32. But Nicholas County started on the Shady 48, went 12 plays and a touchdown, started on their own 24, turned it over, and then that led to a Shady touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 for Nicholas County on their own 32-yard line. They'll run a sweep here to the near side. There's some running room and a nice run out near the 40-yard line, and that was Jackson Morrison on the carry, and he'll pick up 8 yards on 1st down.
And Nicholas County has a bunch of interchangeable running backs, Maris. They all seem to have the same running style. Not very big in stature, but they hit the hole. They're very quick, and they get from A to B.
And 1st down, they've been really good because they've got substantial yardage on 1st down, and it'll be 2nd and 2 on their own 40. And they'll go empty with twin receivers to the near side. Now they put a man in motion, and they'll fake it to him. They'll keep it for the quarterback. He'll move the chains for a 1st down to the 45-yard line.
And in this series, they've started with is that Jackson Morrison?
Bryce Morrison this time, who ran the ball. But you're right. They're so versatile at that position where they can run so many different guys, and they're able to move the chains for a 1st down.
And that's a good thing to have, a bunch of interchangeable backs. This shows you this is not a selfish team. There's not a bunch of me players. It's
just trying to wear them down by using different players, as they'll have a 1st and 10 on their own 45. They'll hand the ball to Clark. He's over midfield into Shady territory. He breaks free, almost broke free as he gets down inside the 40-yard line. He was about an arm tackle away from taking it to the house.
And right here, let's see if we can get this replay. And if you look right here on the little general instant replay, it's just straight up the gut, right through the 3-hole, Maris, and great burst by Caleb Clark.
And Coach Vince Colacerto is going to call a timeout because right now, Eric, I know that Nicholas County has been very physical up front, but I think, and Coach Colacerto had mentioned this to me, he said what Nicholas County has really hurt them over the last 3 years by their formations, by outnumbering Shady, and they've got more guys than Shady could come through the line, and it allows Nicholas County to get big chunks of yardage.
Yeah, and we noticed that on that first possession. If you saw, like you said, they ran a lot of power to the left side. But, the biggest gain on that first scoring drive, they sent power to the right and ran it to the short side of the field where Shady had overloaded to the opposite side.
Right.
So all you got to do once you break the line of scrimmage, you make one person miss and you may run a touchdown.
All right, now put your defensive coordinator cap on. If you're Shady, what are you going to do here now? You're going to start creeping guys up because you don't want them to hit you over the top.
Well, here's the thing. It has not anything to do with the secondary. What I might do is creep my linebackers up. If they have a great linebacking core, sometimes you might want to just send one straight run blitz. You're going to make that center choose which guy he's going to block. He's not going to be able to get on a defensive tackle.
Well, a new set of downs, 1st and 10 Nicholas County at the Shady 39. They'll work out of the gun. They put a man in motion. They'll hand it to him. He's got the edge. He's going to get to the outside. He's inside the 35, down near another 1st down. That was a nice run by Alex Pritt, and he's very close to another 1st down. He'll get down to the 30-yard line. He'll get 9 on 1st down.
Yeah, and right again, they're running it. They're getting the corner right there. Great pulling. They pulled a guard. And they're just right now a real clinic on how to block up front.
Yeah, it's just like old-fashioned clinic football, as you mentioned, just something simple. And it'll be 2nd and 1 at the Shady 30-yard line. Here's the snap. and the quarterback will keep it. There's a flag that's probably going to come back from a hold as the quarterback is going to take the ball down inside the 5-yard line. That was Bryce Morrison running the Wildcat, or the Grizzly in this case, but then a flag comes in, and I think it's coming back.
And this will be one of those flags that is very unnecessary. The play actually went to the right, and the flag was thrown over on the left side of the offense. So if it's a hold, it was very unnecessary.
It's going to be a hold on Nicholas County. They'll take it from the spot of the foul, which the flag and the official standing right there at the 30-yard line, as you can see, and that'll back them up. As you can see on your screen, tied at 6, 7.5 to go here in the first half. And really, Eric, what we've talked about in the first half, Nicholas County has been very efficient on offense, but they've been their own worst enemy.
Yeah, their own worst enemy. And the thing that I've really noticed about this is a great game plan for them, because the Shady Spring Tigers are way more explosive on offense. So you want to keep that unit off. You want to keep your offense keep grinding. But when you don't throw the ball as much, this down a distance right now, you have 3 downs to pick up 11 yards.
They'll move the ball back just a tad over the 40-yard line. It'll be second down. They got to get just inside the 30. Here's the first pass of the game for Nicholas County, and it's caught, and it's a nice gain, and that might get the first down. As coming out of the backfield to haul that in, Wes Hill hauls it in for the first pass play, and he's right at the down marker. They might measure to see if that's a first down.
Well, I think that's the left foot spot, and that's going to be enough for the first down. And, you know, they pick and choose and that was a great play call right there. They rolled the quarterback out, made the defenders come up, and just setting in the flat in the sweet spot was Wes Hill.
So they'll move the ball inside the Shady 30 at the 29 and move the chains. As it'll be 1st and 10 for Nicholas County. They'll have twin receivers here to the near side. They'll work from the shotgun. Here's the snap. Here's the run up inside. That's Clark. He breaks the initial hit and hard sledding as he gets a couple of tough yards up inside.
That was a couple of tough yards there. Shady finally got some penetration on the defensive front, and the guy just missed the tackle right there. So. But if you're Nicholas County, this is the recipe for victory here. If you can go down, right, if you can punch this in, eat up 4 or 5 more minutes, you're due to get the ball back in the second half.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line of Shady. Here's the handoff. It's Clark up inside. He's got a good gain. He gets down near the 20. I think they're going to put him down at the 21-yard line and rank up 3rd and short.
And the bigs up front for the Nicholas County Grizzlies. Right now they're the players of the game, because they're really controlling the line of scrimmage and allowing these backs to find a crease, and the backs are just churning up yards.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. They have the ball at the Shady 21. They got receivers to each side, and they'll work out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. They'll hand it to Clark. Clark's got the first down. They'll move the pile. He gets down to the 15-yard line, or 16, maybe the 15, depending on where they put him down at. But nevertheless, that will be another Nicholas County first down.
Okay, right now I'll give you a few scores in the AAA division. Bridgeport is up 14-7 on Morgantown. And at halftime, Cabell Midland 42, Riverside nothing. Huntington in the second quarter is up 14-0, and Martinsburg in the second quarter is up 28-14 over Musselman.
And Huntington's playing who?
Huntington's playing Hurricane.
So it'll be a first down for Nicholas County. We'll have a timeout. So the ball's at the 16 with 5:20 left here in the opening half. But so far, this game has been everything we thought it would be. Very, very tight. But really, I get the sense, and even though it is 6-6, that Nicholas County has really, I don't want to say dominated, but they've been, I think, the better of the two teams up to now. They've just been their own worst enemy.
Hey, they've controlled the flow of the game. I mean, it doesn't reflect that. If they don't get points on this drive, though, you're gonna give Shady Spring, like, they can go in and talk and say, look, guys, we played the worst first half that we possibly could play, and we're still in this game. But if on the flip side, if you're Nicholas County, if you can go down with 5:20 to go and punch it in, knowing you're going to get the ball in the third quarter, that puts a lot of pressure on that Shady offense.
Well, as we take a look at the drive chart of Nicholas County, 12 plays, a touchdown, and 48 yards. Then they had a turnover, 6 plays, so that's 18 plays. They've run 26 plays, 25 runs, and 1 pass.
And the 1 pass was a completion. So it's not the quantity of the pass, and it was a big third down conversion or second down. It was
right.
2nd and 11. They had just picked up a key penalty, and they're doing a great. The offensive coordinator for the Nicholas County Grizzlies has a great game plan thus far.
Well, you being a Marshall guy, let me, we know about Navy. You know how they like to run the ball. What the Shady defense is seeing here tonight could be what Marshall's going to see tomorrow when they play Navy.
Yeah, and we've had a chance to talk about that. And the good thing is it's the opening game. So they've had film, but it's one thing to study it, but once you see it, and and it's kind of like Navy's going to run it, and they're going to run it real
efficient.
Yeah,
like they always do. All right, out of the timeout, Nicholas County will have a first down. They've got like a couple of slots. They put a couple guys in motion. They've got power to the right. Now they've got basically everybody to the right of the line, and it's just going to be a sweep that way following the interference, and that's Pritt. He gets to the outside, and he cuts up inside for a couple of yards.
Hey, I'm going to use an old school term, Maris, and you're a little older than I. They're just outflanking them.
There you go. That was Bryce Morrison, by the way. I said Pritt, and I thought the play was going to go for a lot more than what it did. It does go for 3 yards from the 16 down to the 13, and they got 3 on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 from the Shady 13 as Morrison will be the quarterback. He gets the snap. He hands the ball off, trying to follow the blockers, and good defense by Shady, and that's a very minimal gain to the 12, and it'll bring 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a great tackle by the secondary coming up and help fill in the lanes, because right now the defensive front, and I keep reiterating this, they're walking around with their hands on their hips. They're a little winded. They've had a lot of snaps on that side of the ball this first half.
They'll actually give them the 11, so they've got to get down to the 6-yard line. So this will be a key 3rd and 5 for Nicholas County at the Shady 11. Clock turning, 4:15 for the half. We're tied at 6. They'll run out of the shotgun. And back there is Bryce Morrison. He'll take the shotgun snap. He takes it. It's going to be he rolls to the far side. He's up inside to the 5. He'll get into the end zone for a touchdown. That was a nifty play. They brought a man in motion. They faked the handoff, and I'm sure we'll see this here on the Little General replay as a nice touchdown run by Bryce Morrison.
And this was just a good formation, and running out of the set, as you can see, they'll bring a man in motion. This makes the defender crash down and gives the quarterback the edge, and he just waltzes into the end zone.
So Nicholas County had a 12-play, 48-yard drive for a touchdown. This time, a 11-play, 68-yard drive for a touchdown, and they'll set up and they'll go for 2 as they lead now 12-6. And it'll be Morrison, the quarterback, Clark to the right of him. They'll have twin receivers to the top of the screen. They put a man in motion. Here comes the snap. Morrison rolls, throws, got a man open, and it's caught. That was very easy. Easy pitch and catch. And Nicholas County converts on the 2-point conversion, and they take a 14-6 lead.
And that's a big 2-point conversion to make it a 2-score game, Maris. The thing is they're real efficient with their play calling and their formations. It looks like they run a lot of stuff out of the same set, but it's really, really got the defense on their heels right now.
So Morrison with the 11-yard run and the 2-point conversion good. That drive was 11 plays and 68 yards, and Nicholas County is back in front 14-6. And as you say now, Eric, that missed extra point that Shady had looks even bigger now.
Yeah, and that missed extra point, it causes now with the down and distance, it's going to cause you have to, if you do punch it in, you're going to have to go for 2. You can't rely on getting the ball back. You're going to score and have to go for 2 because the way this offense is churning the clock, their backs against the wall, that being the Shady Spring Tigers.
A second under 4 minutes for the first half. And if not now, into the locker room, Vince Curlacerto and his coaching staff are going to have to make some kind of adjustments to try to slow up this running attack by Nicholas County.
Yeah, and I don't know what that adjustment may be. You may have to switch some guys around, maybe put some quicker guys on the line of scrimmage to try to shoot the gaps.
Here comes the ensuing kickoff. It's going to be kicked short about the 17-yard line. And here it comes to the near side. Going to be a nice return. He's back up over the 35, up over the 40. Shady's going to have excellent field position as that was a nice return that time by Jacob Showalter. And he gets the ball over the 40. So Shady will start this possession. Let's see, the 41, maybe the 42-yard line is where Shady will set up shop. 1st and 10. As Shady trails in the ball game 14-6.
Well, with 3:50 remaining in the first half, if you're Nicholas County, you just don't want to give up a big play. The biggest play you've given up has been an interference on an interception. So if you can just keep everything in front of you and make them churn out this clock.
Here's the shotgun snap to Mans. Pressure comes. Mans has to step up into the pocket, and he's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. Shady does have 2 timeouts, but you don't, obviously, if you're Shady, you don't want to give up a sack, and now it'll be 2nd and 12 from your own 40.
And right now, if you're Nicholas County on the flip side, if you get a stop or a sack on this next play, you might want to burn one of your timeouts because you have some deadly runners returning the ball in West Hill and Clark and Jackson Morrison.
Yeah, Shady right now doesn't seem to be in any hurry. 15 on the play clock, 3:16 for the half. They have the ball on their own 40. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Nicholas County, as you can see, in front 14-6. Here's the shotgun snap to Mans. Pressure comes. Mans steps up. Now he's in more trouble. They flush him out of the pocket. Now he's going to be sacked. Just great coverage. Just nowhere for Mans to go for the ball. And, Eric, on back-to-back plays, Mans gets sacked, and this time all the way back to the 30-yard line.
Well, let me ask you a little strategy. If you were coach right now, is this down a distance, if you're that being Nicholas County, would you not take a timeout?
Yeah, I would take a timeout now. They're not allowing to. I would take a timeout, and if I'm Shady, I would go with a screen or something, a screen or a little draw or something like that. But Shady's not in any hurry. In Nicholas County, I was like you. I would have burned a timeout.
Well, as we came and watched a little preseason football practice here, we've not yet to see one of those inside bubble screens yet.
There's the little handoff I talked about. That'll go for minimal game. If you're Nicholas County, I think you would call a timeout now, 2:14 and counting, and it'll be 4th down. And that is the 3rd time in this game where Shady has gone 3 and out.
3 and out, and their only first down, 2 first downs, Maris? Do you have that stat?
The only first down they got
was on the interference.
Was on the penalty, right?
Yes. And think about this. It was twofold. It was on an interception. So they actually turned the ball over on that play.
Right. So it'll be 4th down, and Mans back to punt. And Shady shouldn't be in any hurry since Nicholas County's not going to call a timeout to burn the clock.
Yeah, I would get this to the –
There's a low snap, and now we got a whistle. We got a flag.
To delay a game?
Well, we got false start. So that'll back Shady up 5 more yards.
And that'll kill the clock.
That will kill the clock, and also what it'll do, backing up 5 more yards to have better field position, perhaps Nicholas County if they handle the punt.
And the thing is, Nicholas County guys that are back are great returners. I mean, you have West Hill. I bet he's got 60 yards on the ground in this first half.
With the new rule, Eric, actually it won't kill the clock. It'll run. And here's a punt, and I'll tell you in a minute why it won't kill the clock. It's returnable. It's up over the 40. That's a nice run out to about the 48-yard line, and that was West Hill. So Nicholas County will have excellent field position as they will take over with 1:16 left in the first half. And, Eric, I'll tell you why. Because of Bill Belichick. One time they were playing a pro game, and he moved his guy on purpose so it would kill the clock.
Because it was a dead ball penalty and it stopped the clock. Yeah, he was smarter than the guys that actually make the rules.
Absolutely. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Nicholas County. They have the ball on their own 48-yard line. They've only thrown the ball one time. They've completed it. And let's see if they want to chuck the ball down the field. And it's going to be a pass play. Quarterback rolls, throws into flat, and it's almost intercepted. That was a dangerous pass.
And right there was that was Dawson Brown, the guy that we actually had inked in as the starting QB. And that would be his first action behind center.
Yep, so on the incompletion, the clock will stop on that. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Nicholas County on their own 48 with 1:11 left in the half. And last week, Brown threw only 4 times, completed 3, 2 for touchdowns.
What you want out of the Shady defense here, you don't want to, like you said, creep up and get greedy if you're the cornerback, Jacob Sherwalter. You just need to keep everything in front of you. You want to get to the half 14-6.
Yeah, you don't want to give up the big play for Shady. So here's a man comes in motion on 2nd and 10 for Nicholas County. They're going to run the ball inside to Clark. He's got rooms across midfield, and there's a flag. And let's see if we got a hold. We got 2 flags. We got one in the pile where the runner went, and then one behind the secondary. And we may have a hold, and let's see what we got.
I think it may be a offsetting here, maybe a face mask and a hold.
So let's see. You're right on one, face mask on Shady. And
I think it was on the linebacker.
And it's no offsetting, so that's going to be a 15-yard. That's a major penalty on Shady. That should be a 15-yard penalty. And they'll mark off that face mask, and that'll take the ball, down to the 33-yard line. So now with 1:03 left in the half, and on the penalty, The ball goes down to the Shady 33-yard line.
And now Nicholas County has great field position and all available timeouts.
Right, you can throw the ball down the middle of the field. So they'll work out of the shotgun. It'll be Brown waiting on the snap, puts a man in motion, takes the snap. They'll hand it to him. Now it's going to be a halfback pass. And he had a guy open, and the ball was thrown short and behind him. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, right there. Alex Pritt had to get rid of that pretty quick. He took a shot. And West Hill, I don't think they were on the same page because the ball was going to West Hill. They all do everything wide receiver / running back / quarterback tonight.
So they've got 46 seconds left, plenty of time to throw the ball down the center of the field. But you can see running is their forte. That's what they do, and they do that well. But now they need some chunks of yardage as they'll work out of the shotgun with Brown. He takes the snap. He'll roll. He'll look. He'll set up a screen. He throws the ball behind Clark. Clark had some running room, but it wasn't a very good pass.
Yeah, that was setting up what they call like a jailbreak screen right there. I don't know. If I'm Nicholas County, two of their last 3 passes have almost been picked off. So you might just want to settle here and run it up the middle, take it to the half.
Or just chuck the ball down the middle of the field. Because if you throw the ball deep and say it's intercepted, you may put Shady down inside the 10-yard line. You might get a penalty.
Touchdown, penalty, or turnover.
Yeah, so let's see what Nicholas County elects to do. 42 seconds remaining in the half. They have the ball at the Shady 33. Here's the snap. They'll roll the pocket. Looking, throwing, got a man open. It's deflected. Good defensive play by Shady. And now with 4th down, Eric, I think if I'm Nicholas County, I think I'd punt it away.
Punt it away. Maybe Shady might try to field it and muff it or something right here. So on that series, though, they went away from the run, and they had to at least attempt some some passes. But I really feel if Nicholas County when it was 3rd and like 20, had to burn the timeout, they would have got the ball back with almost 3 minutes, 2:50 to go.
Well, they're going to keep their offense out there, so they got to go 10 yards. If they don't make it, it still gives Shady pretty good field position. So on 4th and 10, they're going to run the ball inside, and it's going to be a big gainer. And it's going to be a 1st down as they really caught Shady napping as they went like with a reverse. They handed the ball to the inside, then he gave kind of like on a reverse crossbuck back up inside, and a nice play, and now a timeout by Nicholas County. They have a 1st down at the 17.
Yeah, and it was 2 inside handoffs in the middle of the Shady defense, and the lineman lost track of the running back, and he gashed him for 20 yards?
16 yards.
16 yards.
Yeah, from the 33 to the 17.
Okay.
So we'll see if we got the replay of that. Maybe we do, and we do. Here it is, as you mentioned, Eric.
As you can see here, there was the second handoff got it, and they tackled the ball, the guy that didn't have the ball.
The initial
guy that had the ball just got the handoff.
That was a good 4th down play.
That was a great play.
And that's a great end of the half because you're thinking, hey, if you get stopped, we'll put our defense out there, but we might hit it for a big one, which they did. Now, Eric, with the ball at the 17, makes a pass into the end zone much more manageable.
Or anything in the flat. If you the 2 passes that they've thrown, the one that they completed, it was just a little out in the flat, Maris, where the wide receiver gets out in between the corner and the linebacker. And then when you find that soft spot and catch that, it's just tough to defend, especially if you send someone clears out the area.
This will be the 35th play that Nicholas County's run this half. They have really dominated time of possession, and now this is a big moment in this game as they already lead 14-6. 28 seconds left in the half. They'll run out of the shotgun. Here's the shotgun snap. They'll roll the pocket. There's a throw. There's a flag down on the play, and it's incomplete in the end zone. And I think we're going to have a holding on Nicholas County.
I think you're going to get a hold. I think there was a tackle. It's a little more than a hold, but, yeah, definitely a hold there by the Nicholas County Grizzlies.
So that'll back them up. And we'll redo 1st down, but more importantly, it's not so much the down here as the time. 22 seconds left in the half, and a 14-6 lead in favor of Nicholas County. Nicholas County trying to add a little bit of points before they take it to the locker room. So they'll walk the ball back across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big penalty, Maris, because it took the run out of the equation, really. When you're at the 17, the way they had gashed them, it really takes the run out of the equation unless you're trying to run the clock out.
And now if you're Shady, obviously the pass, but you can also watch for the screens, something in the flat. And, no, they're going to keep it on the ground. Here's going to be run by Clark as he gets down inside or right to the 20-yard line. 15 seconds, and Nicholas County will burn a timeout with 13 seconds left in the half.
And that was a 12-yard pickup right there by Nicholas
Yep.
County. So if you're at the 17, you're calling the timeout right now inside the 5-yard line.
At the 20, yeah. So, but still, when you're at the 20-yard line here, you can throw the ball into the end zone. Makes it, like I said, tip drill, anything, interference. I mean, anything can happen. And if I'm Nicholas County, I think I would throw the ball. I don't think I want to throw it short of the goal line. Throw the ball into the end zone.
You want a route that clears the end zone.
Coming up at halftime, we'll recap this first half. We'll have some scores. We'll have our Beckley Auto Mall keys to the second half. There's a college game going on tonight. Big game in the ACC. Big game in the Big Ten. Of course, that Big Ten game doesn't kick off till later, which is Northwestern and Michigan State. Virginia Tech and Blacksburg taking on North Carolina tonight.
Yeah, right now that score, right now in the fourth quarter, 14 minutes to go, it's 17-7 Virginia Tech.
And I think that's a big surprise because Carolina was a 5.5-point favorite in that game, and Carolina ranked in the top 10.
Preseason top 10, Heisman hopeful quarterback. But you know what? You got to line up and play them, Mares.
Yep, you don't play it on paper, do you, Eric? We know that. You got to play it. So out of the timeout, Nicholas County will have the ball at the Shady 20. 13 seconds left here in the first half. So let's see what Nicholas County will elect to do is Dawson Brown will wait on the shotgun snap. He puts a guy in motion. Brown takes the snap. He'll roll the pocket. He's looking to the end zone. He's going to throw short, and it's going to be dropped. The receiver wanted to catch the ball and get out of bounds, but he's got to make the catch first. So with 6 seconds left, Eric, one more play, I think you would have to think a Hail Mary into the end zone.
Yeah, anything into the end zone at this moment. You don't want anything underneath and get tackled short of the end zone. So look for him just to air it out.
Just throw it up and see if your guy can go up and catch it at his highest point, or maybe the tip drill. But if they attempted a field goal and they're not, that would be like a 37-yard kick. So they're going to perhaps one last play. Now, the half cannot end on a defensive penalty. So Brown takes the shotgun snap, throws for the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted or knocked down, and that's how the half will come to an end. I don't see any penalty flags, so that is the end of the first half. At the break, your score is Nicholas County 14, Shady 6. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
What's important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. As at the break, it's a 14-6 lead in favor of Nicholas County. As we take a look at the scoring, Nicholas County, when they kicked the ball off, Eric, their defense was good as they held Shady to 3 and out, got the ball back, had the ball and went 12 plays, 48 yards, and got a 1-yard touchdown run from Clark. The PAT was no good. And at that point, with 4:55 remaining in the first quarter, Nicholas County led 6-0. Into the second quarter, Shady had tied it up after Nicholas County a fumble, and then a Nicholas County pass interference penalty set up Shady, as Shady was able to go 55 yards in 4 plays, a beautiful 28-yard touchdown pass from Mans to Mackey, and they missed the extra point, and the game was tied at 6. And into the second quarter, a nice 11-play, 68-yard drive by Nicholas County, and that was capped off by a Morrison 11-yard run, the 2-point conversion good, and at the break right now, 14-6 is the lead for Nicholas County.
And what you just, the scoring plays you went over is real indicative of how the half went, because the Shady Spring Tigers had 28 yards on the scoring drive. They only have 36 total yards for the half.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute now. As we look at the drive chart here, Eric, look, the first drive, Nicholas County, that was the touchdown drive, 12 plays, 48 yards. Then they had a 6-play drive before they fumbled. Then 11-play drive, 68 yards for the touchdown, and an 8-play drive for the half. Shady really had no offense. They had 3 and out, the touchdown, and 3 and out. So Shady in 4 possessions had 3 and outs.
And the thing is, Nicholas County is doing everything that they probably drew up on the old chalkboard in the dressing room. Come out, control the line of scrimmage, run the football, keep their offensive unit off the field, and keep our defensive unit fresh.
So we're going to take another halftime break. When we come back, Eric will give you the stats of the first half. He'll also catch you up on some scores, and we'll get that taken care of when we return, as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football on Video Productions.
Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
If you're looking to sell your vehicle, Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
My name is Hank, and I'm coming clean. Everyone I know thinks I know something about plumbing. Oh, I look the part. I talk the talk. I have all the tools, snake, pipe wrenches, torches, but I can't fix anything. I can't even flush a toilet. What they don't know is I've been calling Modley's Plumbing and Heating. They're fully licensed and insured. I just simply call 304-253-HELP, and here they come down the road to fix the problem. It just feels so good to get rid of the guilt.
And we welcome you back to Shady Spring High School here at the break. It's a 14-6 lead for the Nicholas County Grizzlies. I'm Maris Lowry along with Eric Thomas. Chris Farish is on stats, and Andrew Bolin is producing the game tonight. And speaking of stats, we have the first half stats, and the first half numbers are brought to you by Giovanni's Pizza with 2 excellent locations to serve you. Mamma mia, that's Italian, and you can get it at Glen Daniel, West Virginia, and you can also get it at Leicester Square in Sophia. That's Giovanni's Pizza, delicious Italian food. So for the numbers of the first half, here's Eric.
Okay, as you stated, the scores 14-6 the Nicholas County Grizzlies. They've totally dominated the first half stats and the game. Right now, Shady Spring Tigers are sitting at 36 total yards for the first half. 34 came through the air. Cameron Manns is 3 for 5 for 34 yards and 1 touchdown. They have 2 yards rushing for the first half. On the flip side of things, Nicholas County comes in with 193 total yards, 182 on the ground, Maris. They're led by Caleb Clark, with 102 yards on 19 totes. Pritt came off the bench to carry it 3 times for 29 yards. And Browning came in 3 totes for 22 yards for 182 yards rushing. They're in passing. Morrison is 1 for 1 for 11 yards. They're 1 for 6 total.
And I know, Eric, we will talk about the Beckley Automall keys to the second half momentarily. But before we get into that, I think right now I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. If you got your coaching hat on right now, if you are Vince Colacerto in the Shady locker room, what are you telling your guys?
Well, defensively, we didn't show up, that being the Shady Spring Tigers. Up front, they're winded. A lot of snaps. We have to get a 3 and out on this first series to be in this game. So I'm gonna try to figure out their formations. They ran basically out of 2 or 3 formations, and what you're gonna have to do is play a guessing game. We're gonna have to send some different blitzes, when they run a certain formation, and just try to create chaos in the backfield.
The way I look at it, too, considering the score is only 14-6, and you are only a touchdown and 2-point conversion away from tying, I thought Nicholas County really dominated. And obviously they did. They dominated the stats you just read. They dominated the time of possession. But I think if you're Shady, you got to be a little bit more efficient on offense. They had 3 times they went 3 and out. And if you have a hard time slowing them down, you have to score when you have the ball.
Yeah, and exactly. They did. They show that they have big play capability. But up front, once again, I think the guys that go both ways for Shady Spring, they're winded. And, Nicholas County's bringing in a couple fresh bodies on the defensive side. So, I mean, that's not an excuse. That's just a fact. And I really think offensively you have to do something a little different. They ran straight at them. I think you need to do a few of those bubble screens that we saw in the offseason that they ran. Give them a little different look. In your offensive scheme.
And one of the things, Eric, the weather from week to week, from last week, how hot it was when you and I were down at Glen Daniel for the Independence Liberty game. Of course, we were delayed by lightning, and it was hot and a lot of cramps. Tonight, only for the 3rd of September, we have a more typical fall night.
Yeah, this is what they call football weather, my type of football weather. A lot of people like it cold, but this is perfect for me. If I'm out, if I was playing, I never like to play in the cold weather. I hate that this is football weather stuff, but this is football weather.
I agree. I don't like the cold weather, and I don't like to play in the extreme heat. I think this is perfect for the fans, for the players, and for us old broadcasters. And when I say old, I'm talking about me, not you, partner.
I'm knocking on Ode's door, I guess,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, well, if you're knocking on the door, I've already opened it and gone through
it. You kicked it in.
Yeah. Well, while we got a minute, Eric, before we take our final halftime break, I think you have some scores, some other games. Of course, there was a big game going on in Mercer County between Bluefield and Princeton. And while you're getting the scores up, how much of an advantage, if any, since Princeton did play last week, they beat Lincoln County 35-0, and Bluefield's game was postponed. Is that a big advantage or any advantage?
I think that actually is, because if you had some guys that didn't have a lot of game experience, they've already gone through that. And if you're Bluefield on the flip side, you don't know how some guys are going to react. So, the adjustments, the biggest jump is from what? First game to the second game.
Yes.
So I think that's an advantage for Princeton. And right now at the half, Princeton's leading 14-6. And a game just right up the road here in Raleigh County, another rivalry game. Woodrow Wilson's trailing the Green Bay Spartans 14-0. If I'm not mistaken, they played twice last year, so they could be looking at a 4 or 5 game skid against a rivalry.
Right. In fact, both games were played up at Greenbrier East last year. And East won, as you mentioned, both of those games. And East leading, as you mentioned, across town at Van Meter Stadium, leading Beckley 14-0.
Okay, yeah. In another big game in the AAA ranks, George Washington, who had a shutout win 42-0 against rival St. Albans in the first week, are playing in Kentucky at Paul Blazer High School, and they're up 28-14.
George Washington is.
George Washington's up 28-14 at half.
Yeah, who else have you got there? Have you got
Spring Valley's up 19-10 at Parkersburg, and here's a big one. Oak Hill 42, Westside nothing at halftime.
Wow, so David Moneypenny rebounding off their loss to Nicholas County from a week ago and looking good thus far at the break with that big halftime lead.
A big single-A game that we talked about that's just right down the road here on the Rivers. Greenbrier West is trying to shake off that loss. They lost last week and had a chance to talk to their coach. They lost 21-20.
Right, to Buffalo.
Seven turnovers.
Wow.
7 turnovers. So they're trying to rebound.
What's the score of their game?
The score right now is 14-8 at halftime over Summers County.
And they're playing that game down in Hinton.
Down in Hinton.
And how about, do you have anything on the college game between Virginia Tech and North Carolina?
17-7, still holding 17-7 with 8 minutes to go.
I was going to say that game has got to be getting close to being over. We're going to go ahead and take our final halftime break and come back as our halftime rolls on here from H.B. Thomas Field in Shady with the score Nicholas County in front 14-6 as you're watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, when the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
At At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Be these.
And we welcome you back to H.B. Thomas Field on the campus of Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and Chris Farish is on stats. Andrew Bolin is producing tonight's game. 14-6 is the halftime score, and we're a couple minutes away from starting the second half. And as you can hear down below and see down below, Nicholas County making their way back out onto the field. Shady should be coming out momentarily as I look down to my right, and they're huddling up and coming back on to the field. Well, Eric, it's time for the Beckley Auto Mall keys to the second half. Go see Rick Lewis, Chuck Bentley, Mike Earhart, or John Fornash over at Beckley Auto Mall, and you can get the keys to the vehicle, whether it be a new vehicle or pre-owned vehicle. They will help put the keys in your hands to the vehicle within your budget and also your likings. Beckley Auto Mall. All right, Eric, keys to the second half. First of all, if you're Nicholas County, you have the lead. What's the keys for them? The keys
for Nicholas County is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just continue to ground and pound, grind it out and churn that clock, because you're looking, if you could get one more score here in the third quarter, you may be able to put the game away.
And if you're Shady?
Well, for Shady Spring Tigers, it's twofold. First of all, you need to generate some offense. 34 yards of total offense is not acceptable on any level of football. So hopefully they'll go in and find a way to get Cameron Mans loose and get Sherwalter, a couple of those guys, get some offensive flow, and that will help you with my second key, which is give your defensive front some rest by using your offense to drive the ball down the field.
And, Eric, don't you think it's fair to say the only really play that Shady had in the first half was the touchdown, Mans to Mackey, that covered 28 yards?
And it was a beautiful pitch and catch, as we stated, and but you need to possess the ball, and right now Nicholas County is doing a great job of playing keep away.
Nicholas County will get the ball to start the second half, and we talked about it way back at the toss of the coin when Nicholas County won the toss of the coin and they deferred, and it worked out for them. They kicked off the Shady, 3 and out, got the ball, went down and scored, and now up 14-6, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Well, usually on the road, most coaches would like to have the ball to start the second half, because you don't know how the first half's going to go, and you'll be able to go in with your adjustments. So right now they're sitting in the captain's seat, so to speak, right now, because they have the ball with the lead, and it's whoever makes the best adjustments in this third quarter will win this football game.
We're about 30 seconds away from the kickoff. Let me ask you this: is it fair to say that maybe Shady wouldn't even scored had Nicholas County not turned it over and had they not made that penalty?
Well, is it fair to say that? Yes, it's fair to say that, because they turned the ball over, on the 48?
Yeah, right there.
48-yard line.
Yeah.
They sacked them the next play, correct, for a loss. And then the ensuing pass, they threw an interception.
Yeah, that is correct. Actually, Shady took over at the 45-yard line, and then they threw a
incomplete.
They threw a they threw the interception on the first play.
Yeah, on the very first play, which was as you saw on the screen, it was overthrown 5 yards?
Yeah, easy.
So I think if you're Nicholas County, you can look back at that the two turnovers that they had, and the interference kept Shady even at shouting distance right now.
And, Eric, soon as I said we're about 30 seconds away to kick off the second half, they tacked another 2.5 minutes up on the board. They always do that, but that's okay. We had to hold last week when we came on at 6:45 for what we thought was a 7 o'clock kickoff and a lightning delay, and we talked all the way to 7:40, so I think we can handle another 2 minutes.
Yes, I think we can have a few conversations in 2 minutes.
All right, well, Eric, I tell you what, we'll talk a little college football real quickly. Tomorrow, the first real big Saturday of the college football season. What do you expect to see tomorrow? Because I know you'll be in front of the TV watching the Mountaineers, Marshall, Miami, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia. What do you expect?
Yeah, I'm going to go on the road and watch these couple of games. So I'm going to Columbus, Ohio. So I hope my friend that I'm going to visit has some batteries in the remote, and the remote doesn't go out and we're able to watch a little football. But I'm really excited to see what this West Virginia offense can do this year. Deggy, he's like a 7-year senior or something like that. But I think he took a lot of criticism last year from wide receivers dropping passes. People were going, oh, that guy can't quarterback. But, hey, if the guys can't catch it, you can't be a good quarterback. So I'm anxious to see how that plays out. And I'm also anxious to see if Marshall can stop that triple option that Navy runs.
Well, let me just say this. I know where you're going tomorrow, and if the individual doesn't have remotes, doesn't have batteries in his remote, I'm sure that his smart, good-looking wife will. And I hope they're watching and listening up in Columbus, Ohio. We give them a shout-out.
Yeah, so as far as that, I'm really looking forward to that. And I was really excited about the games I watched last night, Maris. I mean, the Minnesota team gave Ohio State everything they wanted for 3 quarters up until when their starting running back went out. And the game of the night for me, I don't know, you probably went to sleep. I ended up watching the end of the Boise.
Actually, I did watch it.
That game, it was a tale of 2 halves, correct?
Yeah.
Boise jumps out to a 24-7 lead.
That 100-yard interception was amazing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a very great play. And then UCF Joe just kept chopping that wood, chopping it, and getting back in it. And maybe Shady Spring Tigers can take a page out of UCF, be down at halftime, and make the big comeback.
Well, we're moments away of starting the second half. 14-6, the Nicholas County lead. They scored first, went up 6-0. Nicholas County on their first drive. They went 12 plays, 48 yards. They got a 1-yard touchdown run from Clark. They missed the extra point. Then Shady tied it with a beautiful 28-yard touchdown pass from Mans to Mackey. That was a 4-play, 55-yard drive. They missed the PAT. We were tied at 6. And then with 3:59 left in the half, the tie was broken as Nicholas County Morrison, 11-yard run. That capped off a 11-play, 68-yard drive. The 2-point conversion was good, and that's where we are now, 14-6, as we're moments away of starting the second half. The Nicholas County captains out there at midfield, as you can see. The lone Shady captain out there, and just will determine as to which end that Shady will kick the ball to. But Nicholas County will get the ball to start the second half, and you can say Nicholas County will have it and go work right to left.
And right now, I think Nicholas County is over there drawing up, saying, "Hey, fellas, hey, let's just put it on repeat." You know how you just put the button on repeat and play it over and over again, and that being running straight downhill, outflanking them, getting the numbers in the running game, and that's what's been very successful for Nicholas County.
And Nicholas County ran 37 offensive plays in that first half.
To Shady's, Shady ran.
Well, Shady had 3 3 and out. So if you count the punts, if you do count the punts, that's 12 plays, which you have to count the punts, and then the touchdown drive. So 16. So Nicholas County ran twice as many plays in the first half.
Hey, so you doubled them up,
and they've doubled up the score.
That's exactly right, and stats tend to not lie.
Sometimes they do play out.
They do play out, and it's playing out exactly how Nicholas County wants it up to this point.
Well, Shady will get it teed up on the 40-yard line, and ready to kick it off will be Will Harmon. So Harmon tees it up right there between the numbers, between the hashes at the 40-yard line. Going back for Nicholas County, here on the near side will be Wes Hill, and over on the far side will be Alex Pritt. So Nicholas County waiting to receive the second half kickoff, a 14-6 Nicholas County lead, and we are ready to go. Third quarter action, ready to get it underway. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Here's the kick, And it's a booming kick. It's going to drive Pritt back inside the 10. He takes it at the 7. He's up over the 15 to the 20. Comes near side up over the 25. And they stack him up a little over the 30-yard line. A nice return, Eric, and good field position for Nicholas County to start the second half.
Well, Alex Pritt is listed at 6'1", 160, but he runs a little tougher, like he runs like a bigger back, like he's around the 200-pound range.
So they're going to put him down. Let's see. He was over the 30. Looks like maybe the 32. They're going to get
him. We'll call it 31.
31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Nicholas County as we start the first play of the second half with Nicholas County leading 14-6. So Brown will be the quarterback. He'll work out of the shotgun. Waits on the snap. Here's a handoff, and it's going to go for a couple of yards, and that's it. Shady, nice defensive play that time by the Shady Tigers up front. John Hinkle, 6'1", 250, and a sophomore in on the play. Play goes for a couple of yards out to the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yeah,
but right off the bat, Shady looks a little more energized right there. That play went for 4 or 5 yards, every down.
In the first half it did, and that's first down is so important. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for Nicholas County. They have the ball on their own 33-yard line. They'll work out of the gun. Twin receivers here to the bottom of your screen. They'll put a man in motion. They'll hand the ball to him, and he gets to the outside and gets up over the 35, out to the 36. That was a nice run that time. And that was Wes Hill, the 5'9", 170-pound junior. They'll get the ball out to the 36-yard line, and a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Yeah, Nicholas County does a great job of bouncing Wes Hill, around. Sometimes he split out. He came in motion on the jet sweep there to pick up 5 yards.
So Nicholas County did not go 3 and out the entire first half. They got 3rd and 5 on their own 36. Here's a play-action pass. No, it's going to be a running play. It fooled out everybody, and it's going to be a first down, a big gainer across midfield into Shady territory. And I've got to admit, I was totally fooled on the play.
That was a great pass, a great play fake by the quarterback there.
And Pritt able to carry the mail across, actually right out to midfield. A 14-yard gain, and it'll move the sticks and a first down for Nicholas County. But I tell you, I did not see the play, and a lot of the Shady defenders, I don't think, saw the play. And Nicholas County able to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, he was never touched until he got what they considered the second level. He was past the linebackers before they figured out who had the football, that being the Shady Tigers.
We're almost 2 minutes into the second half, and Nicholas County with the first down at midfield. Out of the gun. Here's the handoff. It goes to the outside Clark, and they get him behind the line, and that hasn't happened too many times in this game.
And I think the ball is out.
Well, Shady is saying it is. I haven't seen an indication yet by the official. And if it is, Nicholas County's back on it. It'll go for a loss back to the 46-yard line.
And I can't recall, I'm not charting it, Maris, but I think this is probably maybe the second or third negative play of the whole game for Nicholas County.
Yeah, they haven't had many, if any. I'll have to go back and look. But outside of when they had a penalty.
Exactly.
They've only had one other play from scrimmage that they've had negative yardage.
So right now you're already, if you're Shady, thinking I'm having the best defensive series of the game, actually, to start the third quarter.
2nd and 14 for Nicholas. Twin receivers to the top of your screen. It's going to be a pass. Quarterback rolls. Got a man in the seam. It's caught. The big tight end into Shady territory, just inside the 45.
J.P. Gerard.
Yep, the big fella.
6 foot 225, and he's every bit of it.
Yeah, he's rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling, and he hauls it in to make it a much more manageable third down as they'll put the ball right at the Shady 45-yard line.
And Nicholas County, they're doing a great job of taking what the defense is giving them. The linebackers for Shady Spring, they're creeping up to try to stop that run, and they're just sneaking the tight end just on a crossing route, 5 yards, just 5 yards deep in the behind the linebackers.
Very manageable third down, 3rd and 5. Here's the running play, and it's going to be close to first down. It will be a first down as Clark was able to get just over the 40, and that'll be enough, I think, to move the chains.
Yeah, Caleb Clark is having a great ground game right now. He was well over 100 yards at the half, and every time he gets it, it's a big gainer, 8 to 10 yards.
So that'll move the chains for a first down inside the 40 to the Shady 39, a pickup of 6. He needed 5. Last week, Clark ran 22 times for 143 yards and a score against Oak Hill. He's been a good workhorse here tonight. 1st and 10, Nicholas County at the Shady 39. Out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. Quarterback keeps it, tries to get to the outside. Not going to be much, maybe a loss of a yard.
Now, I think his forward progress might put him back at the sticks, a first down. That was a great tackle. I think that was linebacker James Sellers. Yeah.
That was Pritt, and he actually is going to lose a yard and take him back to the 40.
Yeah, and James Sellers did a great job of identifying the play and closing that gap and not giving the running back from Nicholas County a chance.
2nd and 11 for Nicholas County at the Shady 40. Twin receivers to the near side. Here's the shotgun snap. They give it to Clark up inside, and they'll move the pile close to the 35. Maybe, probably going to get him shy of the 35, put him down at the Shady 36-yard line.
Hey, well, Mama, there's that man again. I have to say it, Maris. Caleb Clark is 5 to 6 yards waiting to happen every time he touches it.
So 3rd down, they've got to get just inside the 30. They've got to get over the 30 just a hair before they get to the 29-yard line. So no question, you figure you got 2 downs to make it as Nicholas County will have the ball, and they're showing power here to the near side. As they'll work out of the shotgun, put a man in motion. Here comes the snap. Here comes the give. There's some running room to the near side. Good blocks inside the 30, inside the 20, down the sideline, drug down inside the 10. 1st and goal, and that is Pritt, Alex Pritt. And, Eric, you can see the play developing, and we'll get this on the replay, but look at the interference coming here to the near side.
Well, we'll call it. We'll be a little more technical. Those are seal blocks. If you could look, I don't have their numbers right in front of me. Yeah, Bryson Phipps, 52. The tackle, Levi Helm, 79, just really sealed the edge for
Pritt.
The Nicholas County.
Yeah, nice run by Pritt. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for Nicholas County. Here's the snap. They'll hand the ball to Clark. He'll get up inside, and he'll get a yard or 2. Maybe to the 8, maybe the 7. See where they put him down at. A very minimal gain. And we've got an injured player, and it might be Clark as his helmet is popped off. They've moved the ball down to the 8-yard line, so that is a gain of 1. So here we are, Eric, once again on another long drive. This drive started back on their own 31, and this will be the 11th play coming up after this injury timeout, the 11th play of the drive.
Yeah, and it's something you spoke on at halftime, that how could Shady figure it out? This is not a jigsaw puzzle that's easily solved. They really run their offense really effectively. They block at the point of attack. The only thing that can slow down Caleb right now is maybe a cramp. We'll just hope it's a cramp. But he's really, really taking advantage of the seams created by this offensive line.
And you're speaking of Caleb Clark, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, but you're right, and he's limping, and he's got to come out of the game. I do believe that's Caleb Clark. He ran the ball.
Yes.
And that is him. But you're right, they're very efficient at what they do. When they block, they get a hat on a hat.
It's not flashy. It's what we call the old school football. It's get a hat on a hat. Hey, running back, run to daylight, and that's what they're doing.
And here's another thing. With 6:47 left in the 3rd quarter, if they're able to score and go up 2 scores, we're going to be looking at half the 3rd quarter gone, and Shady hadn't even touched the ball yet.
And then that's playing a good game of keep away. We stated that as well. That was one of my keys to the second half. Shady would have to figure out how to generate some offense, but also I felt that they needed a 3-and-out to start this second half.
Well, they definitely, if you're Shady, you need a big goal line stance here. It'll be 2nd and goal at the Shady 8 out of the injury timeout. They'll work out of the shotgun, and the quarterback there is going to be Bryce Morrison, and Morrison shifts him over. The power's to the right side. Morrison takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself, trying to get up inside. Not much running room there. Good job of that Shady defense. And this will bring up 3rd and goal, and no gain on that play. 3rd and goal from the 8.
Well, that looks like that was an adjustment there, because every time they ran power to the right in the first half and ran it off tackle left, they picked up 5-6 yards. At that time, the Shady defenders were ready for it.
So it's 3rd and goal at the 8. Let's see if Nicholas County will allow to put it up. They got twin receivers here to the bottom of the screen on the near side. Morrison works out of the gun, takes the snap, gives the ball to Clark. Clark off the right side, fights his way. He's going to get down near the goal line, but not get there. No question, they'll go for it, as this will be the 13th play coming up of the drive.
Well, they'll spot him at the 3, maybe 3.5 yard line here, and I would guess that they're going to fake it to Clark here and give it. West Hill is yet to touch the ball in this possession, so look out for 21. He may sneak it in the end zone on that jet sweep.
4th and goal, big play of the game, the biggest play of the game. And we're already under 5.5 minutes. Shady's not touched the ball yet. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. Morrison out of the gun, takes the snap, goes up inside. I don't think he's going to get there. I think Shady stopped him, and they did. That's a big defensive play for the Shady Spring defense.
That's a great defensive stand because Nicholas County had a chance to 3 chances to score inside the 7-yard line and were turned away by the Shady Tiger defense.
But now Shady will have the ball on their own 1-yard line. So Shady needing 99 yards as they have the ball on their own 1-yard line. And you got to be careful here. You don't want a turnover. You don't want a safety. You can't have a holding penalty in the end zone. You got to take care of the ball here.
Well, I think all the pressure here actually is on the defense because you don't want to give up something big. You don't want to play too close to the line of scrimmage here and give up something big.
Mans out of his own end zone will throw the ball, and it's short and it's incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 on the incompletion from their own 1-yard line. Is Cameron Mans, the 6'4", 215-pound junior, out of the shotgun, throwing out of his own end zone. And you got to be very careful, too, when you're throwing out of your own end zone.
And if you look right now, Nicholas County is going to probably like a cover 0. It's flat man across the boards. There's no safety in the middle. So if you could complete something slant, something real quick across the middle, it will be a touchdown.
Twins to each side, shotgun snap, going to throw the ball deep. Got a man out there. It's caught over the 40. Midfield, it's a foot race to the Nicholas County 40, 30, 20, 15. Touchdown, Shady. A 99-yard bomb. And hauling that in is Mackey. Once again, Mans to Mackey. And no question, that will tie the longest touchdown play in Shady Spring history. A 99-yard touchdown pass from Cameron Mans to Tyler Mackey. Wow, what a play.
What a play. And let's look here on the Little General instant replay here. I mean, it was just straight man coverage, and he was able to outrun the man coverage. Great pass by Mans, and he takes it home.
Well, when you mentioned, as you were right, when they had no safety over the top, I thought something bad was going to happen, and it did if you're Nicholas County. And what a beautiful job by the Shady offensive line to protect Mans, and what a beautiful throw by Cameron Mans right in stride to Mackey down the far sideline, covering 99 yards, 14-12. Now here's the 2-point conversion. Mans takes the snap. He'll pitch it out, and it's going to be a 2-point conversion. It's good, and Shady with momentum has tied the game. 14-14, as running in the 2-point play that time is Sellers, and we got a new game.
Hey.
Wow, how about that? 2 plays, 99 yards, the 2-point conversion, and we're even at 14.
And just like that, the momentum has really swung. If you can look at the Nicholas County sideline, the kids look a little dejected because you take the ball, control the football for the whole third quarter, and you come away with no points and give in 2 plays. It's tied. So it's regroup time for Nicholas County.
2 plays, 99 yards, 2-point conversion good, tied at 14. Mans to Mackey for the second time tonight. That was a thing of beauty. And, Eric, I know we've got 9 more weeks of football, but I don't know if we're going to see a more exciting, maybe better play than what we saw in that 99-yard bomb.
What a gutsy play call. Because if early in the first quarter, Cameron Mans was doing mostly on his back or running for his life, and it was a gutsy play call to go twins to each side and really get your speed on their speed, and Shady's speed was a little better.
Well, as you called it, they had no safety, no help over the top. And Shady was able to hit that play one other time, and they had all that room for to defend, and Nicholas County couldn't do it. And now the momentum is with Shady. Shady's made a couple of plays, and the game's even at 14, and here comes the ensuing kickoff. But, wow, there's a lot of electricity here in the stadium. It's going to be a short kickoff, and up over the 20, comes here to the near side, up over the 30, and going to be thrown down right at the 30-yard line. And on the return, that's going to be Eden Adair, the 6-foot, 145-pound junior. So Nicholas County will start this possession right at the 30-yard line. But, Eric, Nicholas County has dominated all the stats, time of possession, running the ball, and Shady's got boom, boom, a couple of plays. They've delivered the knockout blow, and they're even at 14.
Yeah, we've talked about the big play ability of the Shady Spring offense, and that's why I thought it was key for them to get on the board in this third quarter. Now with 4:48 to go, you watch the defensive side of the ball play with a lot more life.
So they'll put Nicholas County down at the 29-yard line. It'll be first down there. Nicholas County will hand the ball to Clark. Clark going off the right side, and now this may have inspired the Shady defense. A very minimal gain, a yard, maybe two, and that's it.
I see one adjustment right now, Maris, that I can speak on that Shady is doing. They're slanting their linemen. Instead of playing straight-up gap football, they're slanting them like to play side where they think the ball is going to go. So, and it's hard to reach block if you're a lineman to get a hat on a hat if you're slant.
They'll give Clark a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 from their own 31-yard line. Here's Pritt. He'll roll, throws, got a man open in the flat. It's going to be a Nicholas County first down up over the 40-yard line. I beg your pardon, that was Morrison, the quarterback, able to throw the ball in the flat to Pritt to advance the ball and pick up a first down.
Well, that was a big completion right there because Shady has figured out a little bit, what they're going to try, how they're going to try to attack the offensive running game of Nicholas County.
It's a 10-yard pickup, the ball out to the 41-yard line. Game tied at 14, under 4 minutes now left, third quarter. Empty backfield. Here's Morrison. Here's the handoff this way. Pritt trying to get to the edge. Got some nice blocks up over the 45. Out almost at midfield. They get him down at the 48, maybe the 49-yard line, but a good gain on first down.
And big J.P. Gerard, the big tight end, number 4, Nicholas County was leading the way right there, picking up a couple of blocks on that run.
Yeah, they'll give him 7 on the play out to the 48. It'll be second down. But here's the thing, too. I think if you're Nicholas County, you just got hit with a big 1-2 left hook and got knocked out, and now you got to settle back in and do what you do.
You have to settle back in. It looks like a couple first downs can settle you down, but I really think they need to turn, flip the field.
Here comes Clark in motion. They'll give it to him. No, they'll fake it to him. Quarterback Morrison right up the middle. He's inside the Shady 40, and he's down near the 35. They'll put him down. Actually, his knee hit at the 39-yard line, but it'll be enough for another Nicholas County first down.
Well, the quarterback for Nicholas County does a great job of putting it in the belly, man. He actually fooled me as well and pulling it out the last second and just a straight burst up the middle.
They'll actually give him the 38. He got 10, but it'll be enough to move the chains and another package of downs for Nicholas County. So 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies. They have the ball at the Shady 38-yard line. We're under 2:50, as you can see there on your clock, left third quarter, and what's been a fantastic game tied at 14. Out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. There's some running room here to the near side, inside the 45. The 35 down to the 34, and that's Clark on the carry.
And the one thing you can say about the Nicholas County line, Maris, they don't just choose one side to run. They're running left, right, up the middle, outside. I mean, it's a well-oiled machine up front.
And once again, another nice gain on first down.
And that's the key to when you're running offense. It's down and distance. You got to stay ahead of the chains.
2nd and 6 for Nicholas County at the Shady 34-yard line. They'll put a man in motion. That's Pritt. They'll give it to him. He'll try to get to the edge. And a nice defensive play there by Shady.
Yeah, that was Pinardo right there. And at the top of the show, I told you he led the state in tackles last year at 17 per game. And he did a great job of shedding the block and making a tackle for no gain.
Yeah, no gain. So it's going to bring up third down, 3rd and 6 for Nicholas County at the Shady 34-yard line. Twin receivers to the bottom of the screen here on the near sideline. Here's a man in motion, which is Pritt. They fake it to him. Quarterback keeps right up the middle, and he's very close to first down. He's going to be a little short. He's at the 30. He's going to have to get to the 29, so it's going to bring up 4th and 1, another fourth down play coming up for Nicholas County.
Another huge play here for the Shady defense, too, because if you can turn them away 2 times in a row, that's more than you did the whole first half, and you'll be able to really take the momentum going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Nicholas County has not punted tonight. They had the half. They had a fumble, the half, and then they turned it over on downs when they weren't successful of scoring touchdowns. But it'll be 4th and a full yard. They have the 30. They got to go to the 29. They'll run the ball to Clark up inside. He's got the first down and more. He's to the outside, and he gets down to the 20, maybe inside the 20, and that'll move the chains for a Nicholas County first down.
I can't speak enough about Caleb Clark. It seems like every time they need a big play, a big first down, and he's not a selfish kid. I was kind of wondering why they did not run him at the goal line from 1 yard out, because he is definitely their power back.
They needed a yard, and they got 11. So they moved the chains. A first down for Nicholas County. We're down to approaching 30 seconds left in a fast-moving third quarter. Out of the gun, here's Nicholas County. They got a new player in there. They fake it, and the quarterback goes up the middle. They had a new running back into the ball game, Colton Browning. He's a 5'7", 155 sophomore. And Eric, you had mentioned it before. They've got so many interchangeable parts that they can move here or there that can play these running back or slot positions.
And you're doing a really good job of keeping all those guys, their names in your mouth, because they're single-digit numbers, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You could just switch the jerseys, and you would not know who was who.
That's the final play of the third quarter. After a 3, we're all evened up. It's Shady 14, Nicholas County 14. You are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
We're headed to the fourth quarter with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. And Eric, in 2018, 2019, and last year in 2020, when Shady and Nicholas County played, it came down to the final play of the game to see who's going to win the game. We may have that here tonight.
Yeah, we just may. And the thing you can say about these programs, they're evenly matched, both well coached, and I'm looking for a dandy of a fourth quarter here.
So the ball's at the Shady 17. After this play, Eric will get you some scores as we'll get you caught up on some of the other games. It'll be a second down for Nicholas County, 2nd and 8. The ball is put down at the Shady 17-yard line, and Nicholas County will work out of the shotgun. They've got Clark in the backfield. The quarterback is Bryson Morrison. Morrison puts a man in motion. That's Pritt. Morrison ready to throw. Got a man wide open coming out of the backfield. It's caught for a touchdown. That was a well-designed play, a wheel route on the far side, and Nicholas County able to answer, and they get a 17-yard touchdown pass.
And that was a great play design because they take advantage of the same formation that they usually run, what they call the speed draw there, and just leaking out of the backfield was Clark for the touchdown.
The first play of the fourth quarter, it results in a touchdown.
Let's watch it here on the Little General instant replay here.
That's a beautiful play. As you mentioned, Eric, well designed.
The jet sweep fake, and they leak him out of the backfield, and Caleb Clark is just way behind the cornerback.
Yeah, someone lost containment, and now there's lined up to go for 2. As here is Clark trying to get to the edge, and he will, and that's a big play.
That is a big
because
play.
Now with an 8-point lead, that'll force Shady to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie.
And right now with 11:53 to go, that puts the pressure back. The momentum has swung tremendously back to the Nicholas County, because if you're Shady, if you're Nicholas County, you're still going. Shady really hasn't, besides 2 plays in the game, really moved the ball down the field.
Well, once again, another long, impressive drive, a 10-play, 71-yard drive, and Nicholas County had to convert a couple of third downs, and they were able to get the 17-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback, Bryson Morrison, to Caleb Clark, and then Morrison runs in the 2-point conversion, Eric, 22-14. I think you do have some scores that you can update.
Okay, right now locally in AAA, Greenbrier East in the third quarter leads the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles 21-7. Bluefield has now taken the lead over Princeton 22-14 in the third quarter. George Washington has extended their lead to 28-14 over Paul Blazer, Kentucky, and a final down in Cabell Midland. Cabell Midland 56, Riverside 0.
Wow, so Cabell Midland 2-0, Riverside 0-2, and which team here will go to 2-0, which team will fall to 1-1 is it's a 22-14 lead. Here's the ensuing kickoff for Nicholas County. The ball squibbed down, and it'll be returned here by Shady. That's Mackey coming to the near side, crosses the 30, 35, ball's out, fumble picked up by Nicholas County. They're running it down the near sideline, and that's a nice play, and what a big turnaround as Shady coughs it up, a huge turnover. And a nice fumble recovery
Wes Hill
by Wes Hill. Right place, right time, and he skates down the near sideline. And Shady, after giving up that long touchdown drive, has to put their defense back out on the field.
And as we can see, if we can get the instant replay pulled up here on the Little General instant replay, it was just a great hit right on the button. And Will was there. Wes Hill was there to just scoop it up. He almost was a scoop and score.
So Nicholas County will have it. The ball will be at the 12-yard line. And it's going to be a first down for Nicholas County at the Shady 12. So out of the gun, here's a fake. Morrison keeps it up inside and not going to get much. A yard maybe, that's about it.
Shady's linebackers were up to the task right here. And here's a final from the college football game we were tracking, Maris. I won't say a big upset, but a little upset down in Blacksburg. Final, Virginia Tech 17, North Carolina 10.
And I think that's a huge win for Virginia Tech to start the season. That last play will go for 1 yard to the 11, and it will be a second down play. So it's 9 for the first down, 11 for the touchdown for Nicholas County. Here's the snap. The throw, no, actually it's going to be a handoff, a good fake, and the carry goes inside the 10-yard line to about the 9, maybe the 8. And the ball is going to be put down at the 8-yard line and bring up third down.
So the good thing about this possession for the Nicholas County Grizzlies, Maris, is they actually can pick up a first down inside the 5, maybe the 3-yard line.
Right, and if they don't make any yardage here, they can kick a field goal. They're definitely close enough to kick a field goal, and it makes it really tough for Shady then. So on third down, they have the ball at the 8. They can get a first down. As Eric told you, here's a pass play out in the flat, and it's dropped, and that's a big play because he was open, and that brings up a fourth down play. And, Eric, I got to think that you would attempt a field goal here because it's not that much further than an extra point, and that would give you an 11-point lead if you can do it.
But I'll tell you, Maris, the whole time we watched warm-ups, they warmed up for 45 minutes, and I never saw one PAT attempt.
Well, they're not hesitating. They're going for it. So they have the ball at the 8. They can pick up a first down at the 2. So they're 6 yards from a first down, 8 for a touchdown. Here's a pass out in the flat. It is caught. There's some running room. Clark, he is going to get near a first down. And does he have it? I think he'll have the first down. That's a big conversion on fourth down for Nicholas County.
Yeah, and they go to the guy who's done it all night for him. That is a great player. Caleb Clark, he's limping around a little bit. I think he caught a cramp there in the third period, but he's back in there gutting it out for Nicholas County.
First and goal at the 1. And so Nicholas County really trying to get some major separation between them and Shady. 10-11 left in the game. Here's a quarterback sneak, and looks like Shady's got him piled up. And don't believe he got there. He didn't. It'll be second and goal.
And this is wild. Nicholas County was on the 1-yard line and ran it out of the shotgun. They're out the 3-yard line, and they run a quarterback sneak.
That's just what they do. So it'll be second and goal at the 1.
Yeah, this is the first time under center, second time under center.
They're using power football. They'll hand the ball to Clark. Clark will cut it up inside, and he's into the end zone for a Nicholas County touchdown. So after the fumble return, the recovery off the kickoff, Nicholas County able to put back-to-back drives and get into the end zone. That was a 12-play, 6-yard, actually a 6-play, 12-yard drive, and that will extend the lead now to 28-14, and they'll line up and go for 2.
And if you're Shady, you're real deflated because you're back in the game. You receive the kickoff, you fumble. It's just been a mountain of mistakes for the Shady Tigers.
So here comes the 2-point conversion. This is a very big play. Here's the snap. Quarterback Morrison rolls, looks, he's going to run it in, and he's into the end zone. And the 2-point play is good, and that's a big play to extend the lead to 30-14.
Yeah, and great play calling. I can't extend or keep given this offensive juggernaut that Nicholas County has. They really run out of a bunch of formations. The last score that they scored on, you said power, it was actually the old Veer offense where they had three running backs, kind of almost wishbone-ish, and they just run out of a bunch of sets.
Well, the thing about it, and what I am most impressed with about Nicholas County, is after Shady hit the home run ball, that 99-yard touchdown pass from Mans to Mackey, and they got the crowd in it, the excitement. They got the two-point play, tied the game. Nicholas County calmly took the football after Shady had the momentum, went 71 yards in 10 plays for a touchdown. They get a turnover on the kickoff. They turn that into points. And now, a little while ago, the Shady home fans were really hooping and hollering, game tied. And now Nicholas County has scored 16 unanswered, and they take a 30-14 lead.
Yeah, and now it's really you have to run your 2-minute offense, whatever semblance of 2-minute offense that you have, because you're down basically 3 scores, and you really need to get it going offensively this possession.
So here comes the ensuing kickoff, and it's going to be a little squibbler. And it's going to go about the 30-yard line, the up man. And Shady's going to get great field position. What a collision at the 40-yard line. And Shady will have it there. The young man for Shady, did he take a hit?
Yeah, I think that was 22.
Sellers,
Dame Sellers. That was a big hit off the kickoff there.
So Shady will have the ball on their own 40-yard line. They're down by the score of 30-14. And really, they got that. I think they have to score on this possession. I know we have 9.5 minutes to go, but I think they need to score now.
And they need to score fast.
Well, we show that they got the big play capability, and they've already done that a couple times tonight. Here's the shotgun snap to Mans. He's in the pocket. Pressure comes. He steps up in the pocket, but he's going to be sacked, and they're going to sack him. Looks to be about the 36, 37-yard line. And just got to give Nicholas County credit. Outside of giving up the 2 touchdowns, really they've been good on pass defense.
They've been sound defensively. And you said that they need to score this possession. Guess who else knows that? The defensive coordinator for Nicholas County is definitely going to dial up the heat, because you're not going to see a lot of runs here. You're going to see some short pass game. They're going to try to hit you big up top.
So it's a 3-yard loss on the sack, 2nd and 13, clock under 9 minutes for the game. It's a 30-14 Nicholas County lead. Here's the shotgun snap. Mans, he'll throw the ball short, and it's going to be caught. And it's caught here on the near sideline, but a very minimal gain.
That's going to be Jacob Sherwalter.
Yeah. So the ball over the 40 to the 42, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3rd and 8. So 3rd and 8, let's see what Shady will do. They'll work out of the shotgun. They'll send trips to the far side. They have a slot. They have a one man here to the bottom of the screen. Shotgun snap. Mans, he'll roll the pocket. He looks, throws, got a man out there. It's caught. They make the connection for a 1st down across midfield, out of bounds in front of the Nicholas County bench, and that's Mackey, and that's been his favorite target. And that was a nice to roll the pocket and a nice strike by Cameron Mans.
And Mackey did a great job of running a good route and good separation. And Cameron, he looked real comfortable rolling to his right, completing that pass.
So that'll put the ball across midfield at the Nicholas County 48-yard line. And the clock will stop because Mackey able to get out of bounds on the play with 8:18 remaining in the ball game. 30-14. 16 unanswered points scored by Nicholas County to get them this lead. 1st and 10. They'll run trips to the far side. Here's the shotgun snap to Mans. Pressure comes. Mans throws. Got a man out there, and he overthrew him.
And that had a lot to do with the pressure. A little pressure coming from the outside on Mans, and that caused him to overthrow that a little bit.
Yep. Trying to connect with Mackey.
We have an injured player on the far sideline.
Yeah, I can't see who that is. That might be.
I think that is Mackey. Is Mackey?
Yeah, that's
10?
They were trying to get the ball to Showalter on this side. So on the incompletion, the clock will stop. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Shady at the Nicholas County 48-yard line. Now, Shady won't play next Friday. They have homecoming. They have a Saturday afternoon game against Summers County. And, you know, it's kind of rare. And Coach Colserto told me he was trying to get this schedule changed. No coach likes to open the first 3 games at home or the first 3 games on the road. Every other year you're on the road, and Coach is trying to work that out, he told me. But for now, they've got to open up these first 3 games at home.
Well, it's just a copy and paste year after year usually.
Here's 3rd down. They're setting up a screen, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Sellers on a middle screen, and that ball will hit the turf incomplete and bring up 4th down.
It actually was a great play call. If you make that catch, you have a little room to run. I don't know if it would have gotten the 1st down, but it would have got them a little closer. It's, what, 3rd and 10 now?
Third
and 10.
Yep, 3rd and 10. I beg your pardon, 3rd and 10. I said 4th down, 3rd and 10. I can't read my own writing. So on 3rd and 10 for Shady, they have the ball at the Nicholas County 48-yard line. Once again, working out of the gun. Here comes the pressure, the blitz up the middle, and the pressure called the errant pass. No question about that. It'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, pressure breaks pipes, and it also creates bad passes too, Maris.
So it'll be 4th down and 10, and if you're Shady, you got to go for it. You're down 2 scores. You have to go, but pressure right up the middle forced Mans to get rid of the ball a little sooner than he wanted to.
I'll give you an update on the score here. Local, looks like Woodrow Wilson's trying to make a comeback. It's 21-14. Greenbrier East still up, but it's going into the 4th quarter.
So here's a 4th down play for Shady. 4th and 10. The ball is at the Nicholas County 48-yard line. They'll work out of the gun, trips to the near side, an all-out blitz. Mans under pressure, throws, and it's going to be intercepted. And the pressure, and Mans got hit. And hopefully he's going to be okay, but he got hit as he delivered it. But the pressure caused the ball to be underthrown. And I think, Eric, with that pick and that takeover, that might have perhaps sealed the deal for Nicholas County. I know there's still 7:55 to go, but that's a big play.
Yeah, but with 7:55 to go, they've been known to churn out 8-minute drives, 7-8-minute drives. So you string together 3 first downs, and you go to what the favorite formation is, the victory formation.
So on the interception, Nicholas County will take over right on their own 30-yard line. And if you're Nicholas County, you just got to hang on to the ball. Just don't turn it over. And you're probably going to see a heavy dose of Clark running the ball. And that's what we'll get on 1st down. And here's a big hole. He's up over the 40. He breaks a tackle. He moves the pile out near midfield. And Clark almost broke that as he'll get out close to midfield, out to the 49-yard line. And it'll be a 19-yard gain on 1st down and move the chains.
And Maris, one of the players for Shady is coming off. Alex Red, and he's been in there battling all night, but I'm telling you, it's been a lot of snaps on that defensive front.
Well, yeah, look at the play chart from Nicholas County. Look at the play chart for Shady. The war has definitely been won up front, and Nicholas County's done it. Nicholas County's no hurry. There's 12 on the play clock, and they're just now getting out of the huddle in no hurry.
Wasn't that one of our Mountaineer Automall keys?
Your keys to the game, yes. So it'll be a 1st down on their own 49. Here's a running play. Comes to the near side. There's some running room. And a nice gain to the Shady 45, and that is Colton Browning. And he's 5'7", 155-pound sophomore. He'll actually get the ball inside the 45 to the Shady 44-yard line. A nice gain on 1st down.
Well, if you look at – I'm looking at my chart here, Bears. If you look at the Nicholas County offensive team, they only had 2 seniors on the offensive starting lineup. It was the center, Roman Milam, and the tight end, J.P. Gerard. The rest of them are sophomores and juniors.
So at the 44, Shady with a 2nd down play. Put a man in motion. They'll fake it. Quarterback will keep it. Gain for a couple yards. Near a 1st down. Going to be 3rd and short. Gets the ball to the Shady 42. Make it 3rd and 1. So 3rd and 1 coming up for Nicholas County as we're approaching 6 minutes for the game.
And right now, if you're Nicholas County, you're running the play clock all the way down, snapping it probably with 3 seconds left.
Right, 14, and they haven't even got out of the huddle yet. They want to break the huddle here right at 10 seconds to go. 3rd and 1. 7 on the play clock. 2, as you mentioned, they do just that. They hand the ball off to get a 1st down and more inside the 30. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 20, and that's a good hard run by Colton Browning. And I think that Nicholas County has just wore Shady down, and really that line, offensive line, they've done a great job really starting to really take its toll.
Yeah, and just as last week, as we saw in the Independence Liberty game, most of these games are won up front. Most on any level of football, if you have the bigs up front and you're moving – You're moving people, you can have a successful offense.
21-yard gain on the play, and Nicholas County in business as we're approaching less than 5.5 for the game, 30-14. Nicholas County trying to go to 2-0 and get a big road victory. Here's another running play just right up the middle. Nothing fancy. And, like you said, Eric, when people say, what about Nicholas County? I said, they're 3 or 4 yards waiting to happen almost on every play.
Every play. I mean, and down and distance is the key to their offense. I think they're in 4-down territory anytime they cross the 40-yard line of the opponent, Maris. Would you agree with that?
I would think so, and the whole key is to stop them on first down. You've got to get them behind the chains. If they get 3 or 4 yards on first down, that allows them to sit up and do what they do.
And then they throw just enough to make you scared, to make you go, hey, look, I can't keep cheating up because they're going to hit me over the top.
Yeah, you got to play them honest. It'll be 2nd and 5. The ball down at the 2nd and 4 to 17. They'll run here to the near sideline, and it'll be a nice running play, and it'll get inside the 15.
Oh, another local score down in Summers County. Greenbrier West has opened it up now. It's 20-8 in the 4th quarter.
So the ball is down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and 3, and we have a timeout. So while we got a timeout, Eric, let's see if you got some more scores.
Yeah, okay. I just gave you that Greenbrier West score. Midland Trail, it's still showing 7-0 right now against Tulsa. They lost a tough one last week to Clay, I think, by 1.
I did. I watched the highlight of that. Clay hit a last-second play on 4th and 15 to beat him. But Tulsa, that's a long trip for Tulsa to come over.
That
to
is
Midland Trail.
That's a lot of pavement to cover just to come down. And in Double A, you have Kaiser. They got canceled last week, and they're up 26-7 on Berkeley Springs.
We got anything on Bluefield and Princeton?
Bluefield still holding serve right now, 22-14.
And you said that
it's 21-14 Greenbrier East.
And that game's got to be in the 4th quarter.
Oh, here's a good one. In the 3rd quarter, Mingo Central and Wyoming East is knotted up at 12. Okay, some AAA scores that you might want to know. Huntington 24, Hurricane 0. That was the battle of ranked teams. Martinsburg pulls away from Musselman 56-14.
Well, they're going to pull away from a lot of teams, and they have over the last decade pulled away from a lot of teams. Out of the timeout, it'll be Nicholas County with the ball. It'll be a 3rd down play. They have the ball at the 14. They need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll run the ball to Clark, and that will move the pile, move the chains for a 1st down inside the 10. They'll put the ball, looks to be right at the 8, maybe the 7, at the 8-yard line, and that'll be a 1st and goal.
Yeah, look for Nicholas County. If they're able to punch it in here, you may see, well, they're playing youngsters, so you may see both teams empty the bench here.
Well, and also you might see them head for the exits. The crowd.
As one wise man once said, put them in the exits.
In fact, I just got a text from people that are headed up to College Park for the West Virginia game that are watching our game as they make the way to College Park, and we appreciate you watching the Tanner family on video production. Here's the 1st and goal play. It'll be Clark. He gets tripped up just shy of the 5-yard line. And at this point, if you're Nicholas County, obviously you want to score, but more importantly, you keep that clock moving.
Just keep that clock ticking, and you call down to the guy that's running, the bus driver, and told him to start it up, get it running.
Yeah, warm up the bus. Actually, they're going to say he's down at the 6-yard line. I don't think that really matters. Like I said, Nicholas County in no hurry. We're going under 3.5 for the game, and there's 17 on the play clock. But I have to give Nicholas County, a lot of credit. After they gave up that 99-yard bomb, it looked like they lost the momentum. They didn't panic, and they really hung in there together. As here's the shotgun snap, and it's going to be a touchdown. Crossing the goal line. The official's going to say he wasn't in, but he looked like he was in.
I don't know. Did his knee go down?
One official, I see the back judge put his hands up for a touchdown. The other one saying that he didn't make it, and they're going to put him right down at the goal line.
Well, I don't like to question officiating, but he was still on his feet, and if his knee hit, the ball had to be able to cross the goal line there. Well, you know who's liking this? Probably Caleb Clark. Look for number 10, who has a nose for the end zone, to punch one in again.
Well, let's see what they do. They might line up over center. No, they don't. They're going to run with Morrison out of the shotgun. Clark, as you mentioned, is to his right as people starts to make their way to the exit. And you're right. Clark gets the handoff. And now you're right. He gets into the end zone standing up. Prophet Thomas, you're all over it. And Nicholas County now look at a big huge of fans making their way to the exits as Clark polishes off a 70-yard drive in 10 plays. So, the last 3 possessions, Eric, 10 plays, 71 yards, a touchdown. then 12 plays, 6 yards a touchdown, and now another 10-play, 70-yard drive for a score.
So that's 32 snaps. Think about that, Maris, on a defensive front.
26 snaps. No, 26 snaps.
26.
10, 6,
12.
and 10.
Okay.
No, it was 12 yards, 6 plays.
Okay.
As they go for 2, and the 2-point play
was good.
Is good, and that makes your new score 38-14 with 2:28 left in the game. So, Eric, what was a tight game at 14-14 turned into be a blowout here in the second half for Nicholas County after Shady hit the 99-yard bomb and a 2-point conversion to tie. Then it's been all Nicholas County.
And then Shady hit that with probably 6 minutes to go in the third period.
It was 4:57 left in the third quarter when they scored that.
So it's been total domination. And the sign of a good team is after that adversity, and the fans were all jacked. Shady was all jacked. And you know what they did? They came out and they just do what they do. They line up. They remind me of the old Nebraska Cornhuskers of the 80s. They didn't throw much. You knew they were going to run. You knew they were going to run the Roziers and those kind of backs, but you just had to line up. You had to stop it.
I'm glad you said old because that's not the current day Nebraska, is it?
It's not.
Especially after watching him against Illinois last week. That's most definitely is not the current day Nebraska.
Hey, their fans are throwing in VHS tapes trying to muster up the courage to even go. But, I saw they sold out again.
Yeah,
they kept their sellout.
They love their
going.
football, and I'll give you Nebraska Airs. I think an onside kick, and I don't think it was meant to be an onside kick. It hit a Shady lineman, and it ricocheted right back into the hands of a Nicholas County player. Nicholas County is going to get the ball, I do believe. Or are they?
Yes, it traveled 10 yards because it hit the lineman.
It hit the
lineman, so it didn't have to travel 10 yards.
But they got the ball in Shady territory, but Nicholas County is going to keep the ball. That was not an intended.
No.
If we can watch the replay, if we have it, that is not intended to be an onside kick. It just kind of worked out that way. It bounced off of one of the up men, and Nicholas County will get possession on their own 48-yard line. So when it's going good for you, it's going good. And Nicholas County will now give the ball to Clark. He's got a hole. He's got room. He's inside the 40. He's inside the 35. He's down near the 30. And now Shady, you can see with their defenders, their hands on their hips. They are wore out, and Nicholas County just continuing to pound them. The ball goes down to the Shady 32-yard line.
Okay, with 2:15 left in the game, Maris, I think Clark came up a little gimpy again. I don't look to see him anymore. I would just keep him on the sideline. You have a stable running backs here.
And actually, really what you could do, you could just probably take 4 knees, and that would be the ball game.
Get into that victory formation.
But, you were talking about Nebraska, and Eric, I am a little older than you, and I go back to the days of Johnny Rogers back in the early 70s
yes.
when they did a little bit of everything. Jerry Taggy was their quarterback, and Jeff Kinney, all those guys played in the NFL. And Johnny Rogers, one of the greatest college players of all time.
This may go for 6, man.
Here's to the outside. Morrison, it looks like he might have been horse collared down, and I don't see a flag down to the 15, as that was Colton Browning getting the handoff from Morrison, getting to the outside.
And a lot of people might, if you're watching this game or if you're still with us, you may think that Nicholas County is trying to run this score up. I don't see it that way. I see that they're just running their offense. They're not throwing the ball. They're just running straight at Shady Spring.
Well, they're doing what they're doing. You got to slow it down or stop or slow it down, and Shady really has not done that. And when the final numbers come in, I'm guessing, but I think you're going to see Nicholas County rushing for close to 400 yards.
I guarantee you Caleb Clark has well over 200 yards.
Now they're in the victory formation and just got to take a couple of knees, and there it is with 1:19 to go.
2 knees and a handshake.
That's going to be it. You're right, and that's what all coaches got to do. But you got to give this Nicholas County team on the road. They got up 14-6. They got stopped on the goal line. They gave up the big 99-yard bomb from Mans to Mackey. The Shady fans were whooping it up, tied at 14, and then from that point on, it was all Nicholas County. They punched after they got hit with a right cross. Then they turned around and punched Shady back in the mouth to win the game.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to use the boxing analogy. They had him on the ropes early. Shady came back, gave him the rope-a-dope, knocked him down, but they got up off the canvas and won the fight.
And they did, and they fought well. This is a quality team on the road, and they get a big victory. Stay with us in our post-game show. We'll recap, and we'll tell you about next week. We got a good one next week. We're going to be over at Coal City for Polka and Independence. Independence off this week, and they'll take on the Polka Dots. But we'll try to catch you up on some scores, and we'll recap this one once again as we, final seconds tick off the clock. Your final score is Nicholas County 38, Shady 14. Nicholas County will go to 2-0. Shady will fall to 1-1. We'll take our fourth quarter break and come back and recap the ball game as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
We welcome you back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Final score 38-14 in favor of Nicholas County. Nicholas County will raise their record to 2-0. Shady will fall to 1-1, and I'll recap the scoring plays of the ball game. And it was Nicholas County scoring first on a Clark, a 1-yard touchdown run. That would be the first of 3 touchdowns by Clark tonight for Nicholas County. The drive, 12 plays, 48 yards. They missed the extra point. It was 6-0. Then Shady comes right back. They answer. They get a 28-yard touchdown pass from Mans to Mackey. The PAT no good. Game tied at 6. And then right before halftime with 3:59 left in the first half, Morrison, 11-yard run covering a 68-yard drive in 11 plays. The 2-point conversion good. And at the break, it was 14-6 in favor of Nicholas County. Nicholas County took the third quarter kickoff, drove all the way down to the Shady goal line. Shady stopped them on 4th down, and then 2 plays later, a 99-yard touchdown by Mans once again to Mackey down the far sideline. They got the 2-point conversion in 2 plays, 99 yards. We're even at 14. The crowd's into it, and then from that point on, it was all Nicholas County as we were tied 14 up going to the fourth quarter. Morrison, a 17-yard run, a 10-play, 71-yard drive. The 2-point conversion good, 22-14. On the ensuing kickoff, Shady fumbled it, and then on the return set Nicholas County up in business. They needed to go only 12 yards in 6 plays. Clark, his second 1-yard touchdown run of the game, made it 30-14 with the 2-pointer. And then Clark again on a 10-play, 70-yard drive, his third touchdown, the hat trick. And that was a 10-play, 70-yard drive, a 1-yard run. So Clark tonight for the Nicholas County Grizzlies had quite a game. Caleb Clark, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, he ended up with 3 touchdowns on the night. The final score, 38-14. We're going to take our first post-game break. We'll come back. Eric will give you the stats. We'll get you caught up on a few scores as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
Sell your vehicle. Auto Buyers of West Virginia is your solution. We buy all cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs and have a simple and safe way to sell your vehicle. We'll give you a free appraisal on your vehicle and make you an offer to buy it on the spot. Whether you're still making payments or have a clear title, we'll turn your car into cash today at Auto Buyers of West Virginia. So come see us at Cranberry Creek Shopping Center off Eisenhower Drive in Beckley. Auto Buyers of West Virginia, the simple, safe, and secure way to sell your vehicle.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And we welcome you back to H.B. Thomas Field here at Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We appreciate Chris Farish on stats tonight. Andrew Bolin, another outstanding job in producing and directing tonight's game. And speaking of stats, Eric, you have the stats of the ball game.
Well, the final score was very indicative of the domination of the Nicholas County Grizzlies. They finished with 442 total yards, 397 coming on the ground. And Clark had 36 carries for 187 and 3 touchdowns, as you spoke upon. But they had 3 running backs to go for 40 or more yards. Morriston had 46 on 13 totes. Browning, the young guy, came in, 6 carries, 67 yards. And Pritt had 8 carries for 82 yards. In passing, Hill had 1 reception for 11 yards, and Clark had 2 for 26. So he did a great job, was all over the field.
Well, Eric, as you know, when you run the ball for 397 yards, you don't have to throw it much, do you?
Yeah, and if you can give a player of the game to any of the guys that tote.
Or the offensive line.
I'm going to use a line. No, I'm going to use a line of my father-in-law. He said anybody could carry a ball because it ain't that heavy, but you have guys up front that are doing their job, and they did the offensive line really dominated for Nicholas County. And not too much to speak of for Shady Spring Tigers. They had 153 total yards. Mans was threw for 148, 99 coming on 1 play and 1 touchdown and 2 touchdowns. So
you figured they had, 100 and what'd you say, 153
153
yards?
Total yards.
They had a 99-yard touchdown pass and a 28-yard touchdown pass. So basically their offense really came on those 2 plays.
And nothing to speak of on the ground. I see a few negatives there. They had 5 yards total on the ground.
All right, so we're going to take our final post-game break. We'll come back. We'll give you a few scores. We'll tell you about our next telecast here as you are watching live streaming coverage of exciting high school football here on Video Productions.
To you when buying windows, siding, and doors.
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps collar options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall, and West Virginia student athletes. A winning combination. GMC. We are professional grade.
Welcome back to Shady Spring High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Chris Farish, another outstanding job on stats, and Andrew Bolin and his gang, another outstanding job producing and directing tonight's game. Once again, the final score, Nicholas County defeats Shady by the score of 38-14. Nicholas County is now 2-0, and Shady falls to 1-1. And Eric, before we tell our listeners and our viewers about our next broadcast, you've got some scores to update us on.
Okay, some scores of local interest. In the fourth quarter, late, 7 minutes to go, Greenbrier East is up 28-14 over Woodrow Wilson. Tie ball game down in Mercer County, 36-36. Princeton and Bluefield all knotted up. I don't know how much time is left in that. And Greenbrier West is closing out a victory at Summers County. They're up 20-8 late in the fourth.
Well, that Bluefield Princeton must be some game at 36-all. And also, Greenbrier East, who beat Beckley twice last year, trying to get that W, leading Beckley 28-14. And they've got to be, like I said, in the fourth quarter there. Once again, the final score here, 38-14. Nicholas County defeats Shady Spring, rather. I don't know why I said Spring Valley. But next week, we've got a good one. We'll be at Coal City. It'll be the Independence Patriots taking on one of the best nicknames, I think, anywhere in America, the Polka Dots.
The Polka Dots are coming to town. That's going to be a top 5 matchup. I've looked at the power rankings from this week. I think Polka came in at 3 and the Patriots at 5. So these guys, this could be setting up a tilt. They may see each other down the line, as will we probably see this Nicholas County team make some noise in the Double-A playoffs as well.
That'll be next Friday right here on Video Productions. It'll be at Coal City. We'll be on the air at 7:15. We'll kick at 7:30. It'll be Polka and Independence. So for our crew here tonight, for Andrew Bowling, once again another outstanding job directing, producing, and his gang. For Chris Ferris on stats, and for our color guy, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. It was Nicholas County 38, Shady Spring 14. Good night, everybody.